Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
We're gonna need a lot of buttercream because there's a lot of cake.
Based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
It's amazing!
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner.
The cake I choose is...
On Best Cake Wins. Sadie is a little girl with a big birthday coming up.
I'm turning 10, and it's so important for me because I'll never be single digits again.
And she's got a pretty clear idea for how she'd like to celebrate. Sadie is designing a dance-themed cake for a dance-themed birthday party.
Sadie loves to dance. She dances pretty much every single day, whether she's in the studio or at home. She has been planning her 10th birthday since she was 5.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, that looks great.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me about it.
A vanilla pink cake at the bottom and a chocolate cake at the top.
What's this?
A tutu.
Like a real tutu or a candy tutu?
A real tutu.
Oh, I like that.
Right here is the fondant ballet shoes. The ribbons, I want them to be real ribbons. The silhouettes, they're made out of black fondant, and each stripe here is a piece of fondant. Cake is really important because I'm turning 10. I really want this birthday party to be really special so I can remember it forever.
The challenge is create Sadie's dream ballerina birthday cake. She wants 2 tiers, flavored chocolate and vanilla, topped with ballet shoes, with real ribbon and a tutu. Our first competitor is a mother of 3 who moonlights as a cake designer.
My name's Kristen, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and on the side, I cake decorate. At night, after my children go to bed, I get to work in my kitchen, and I make awesome cakes. I specialize in birthday cakes. What I really love is the challenge of making new things and bringing people's vision into reality.
Our next challenger makes cakes into art.
My name is Annie, and I'm a cake designer. Cake design is total art, and I love that part. My specialty is small little details. Making birthday cake for a child is very important because it is a very special day for them, and I can be part of their memory. It's a very special feeling and makes me feel good.
Now's time for our 2 competitors to see Sadie's cake design.
Oh my gosh.
It's a ballerina cake.
I can see someone really likes ballet. She's drawn these amazing ballet slippers on top, which looks like flowing ribbon.
She's really detail-oriented. She drew even like little bow here.
I can tell that she's a perfectionist, and she is a girl that knows what she wants. I have some amazing ideas that I want to add to this design, and I think Sadie's gonna love this cake.
I totally got this.
Game on.
Sadie will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
Okay, so in her drawing, Sadie had a 2-tier cake with a tutu around. I'm thinking, what if on the baseboard, I create almost like a dance floor? So I make it kind of look like wood flooring. And I'm gonna build a base and then have a real tutu here. She had the dancers in a black silhouette, and I think if I tie in a little bit more black, I think it's gonna take away from everything being so crazy pink and give good contrast and really bring this cake to life. I'm going to include a dummy tier on top just to give a little bit extra height. I wanna create some really big ballet slippers on the top. In order for those ballet slippers to stay and not fall over, I want to stick those in the dummy cake so that they really stand up. I really want to give her the best cake that I think I can create, and this is what I think is going to get me there.
Kristen's plan is to add black stripes for contrast, make the ballet shoes larger than life, and place everything on an edible dance floor. Over at her station, Annie's hatching a plan of her own.
I think I'm gonna use a real tutu on the bottom, so it looks like she's wearing tutu. And I'm making a cake a little bit extra height. She wants chocolate cake and vanilla cake. I'm adding one more for her. Strawberry cake is my little surprise. So it'll be basically the pink cake, but with the like stripe on it, with a different shade of pink and little pearl we call dragée in between. So little detail onto the cake, and there's ballet shoes going on top and a real ribbon going on. Because I'm working on tall, skinny cakes, it has to be structured inside there. So I'm a little bit worried about it, but I think I can do it.
Annie's plan is to make a tall and narrow 3-tier cake with 3 flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and keeping it light and bright with pink and white.
I'm just getting my mixer set up here. I want to get the icing really nice and fluffy so that I can start stacking my cakes. We're gonna need a lot of buttercream because there's a lot of cake.
Kristen and Annie are both using Swiss meringue buttercream, which is a blend of sugar, egg whites, and of course, butter. Annie's tackling her bottom tier of vanilla cake, while it looks like Kristen is starting with her top tier of chocolate.
I know that she wanted a pink cake. I wanted to have pink in the top tier, so I decided to dye the buttercream pink just to keep it consistent and keep it what she likes.
Annie, who usually makes up to 10 cakes a day, is speeding right along.
You are so fast, Annie, like so fast. She's like Speedy Gonzalez over there. I'm a little bit nervous going against somebody that's so experienced. My expertise is like the creative, the fun, and the wild, not necessarily like the structurally sound. So I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I think my creative secret weapon is gonna help me in this challenge.
Before the competitors get too far, the birthday girl has an important reminder.
If I could give one piece of advice to the bakers, it would be copy the cake that I drew. My biggest pet peeve is when something is slanted, I have to make it go straight. So everything has to be perfect.
Bakers Kristen and Annie are competing to make the ultimate ballet birthday cake, designed by the birthday girl herself. And Sadie is looking for nothing short of perfection.
My biggest pet peeve is when something is slanted, I have to make it go straight. So everything has to be perfect.
To please this perfectionist, Kristen is using a cardboard guide and a straight edge to smooth her buttercream. And she's checking everything with a level for good measure.
I want to make sure it's perfectly level. If your cake's not level, you're gonna have a topsy-turvy cake and it's not gonna look as good.
Kristen's leaving nothing to chance, while Annie's going freehand. Time to prepare the fondant that'll cover the buttercream, but that's easier said than done.
This is not my favorite part.
It's no one's favorite part. The fondant race is on. Although she's quite an expert, so it's gonna be quite a race.
Once the cake tiers are covered in fondant, it's time to bring in some reinforcements.
So I'm putting some straws in the internal structure just so it holds up the second tier that I'm gonna be adding on top of this.
Both cakes are going to be tall, so this added support will keep them from collapsing when the layers are stacked. But for now, it's on to the ballet shoe toppers.
I have never made just a shoe. So I put shoes on figurines before, but I've never made a slipper or a ballet shoe or anything like that before. It's a piece of cake.
Kristen's using gum paste, which, unlike fondant, will harden when dried. Great for intricate details. Annie's not far behind with her cake toppers. She's using a fondant embosser wheel to add some finer detail to her ballet slippers.
I've made shoes before, but I never made ballerina shoes before.
Now to add some of that real ribbon Sadie worked into her design.
I think it's a really nice combination of the fondant and real ribbon, so I decided to just follow what she wanted. For now, it's good to go.
While Annie's ready to move on, Kristen's paying some extra attention to her cake toppers.
I'm doing the inside soles of the shoes with a contrasting color, just to show that it's the inside, that these are worn slippers of a ballerina, and add a little bit more realism.
We'll have to see if putting in the extra time gives Kristen a leg up in the competition. Meanwhile, Annie's creating a faux tier for her cake base. She's brushing shortening onto a piece of polystyrene. The shortening will help her fondant stick. And now it's ready to go for Sadie's tutu.
This tutu is totally out of my element. I am not used with decorating fabric.
To fasten her fabric, she's using floral wire. Working with fabric may be a first for Annie, but it's what the birthday girl wants. Kristen's also working hard to realize Sadie's vision of a real tutu.
The tutu's not edible, but Sadie was clear that she wanted a real tutu, so that's what I'm gonna give her. I put a lot of volume into it, and I think it's gonna look fantastic. So I've got my baseboard here that I've covered in fondant, and I have this awesome mat that has the wood grain in it already for me, so that saves a lot of time. And then I just mixed some yellow and brown food coloring and just painted it on there. I'm gonna screw this on the pipe. This is the base of my cake. It's all finished, so at least I feel like now I have something put together. It's gonna help motivate me to keep going.
Before stacking her tiers, Annie is applying some extra frosting to help them stick. Meanwhile, Kristen's prepping the black stripes that she hopes will give her cake some contrast.
I think like pink and black in a ballet cake is like the perfect complement, so I'm really excited about it. I want to make sure that they're straight and even.
We have reached the halfway point. Time for Sadie to introduce the secret ingredient, which the competitors must each incorporate into their designs.
The secret ingredient is
Sadie is about to turn 10, and these two cake makers have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. We've reached the halfway point. Time for Sadie to introduce the secret ingredient, which the competitors must each incorporate into their designs.
my secret ingredient is cotton candy.
Yes, I love it.
It's pretty nice, but I don't know what to do with it.
I chose cotton candy because cotton candy is one of my favorite foods. It melts in your mouth, the colors are nice, just tastes delicious.
You know when you get cotton candy at a fair or a circus? I'm gonna roll it into like almost a cone, put the cotton candy on it. The only question is, I don't know how tall this cake is gonna be until it's stacked, so I'm gonna put this aside, see what the composition of the cake looks like, and go from there.
Sadie's secret ingredient seems to have inspired Kristen, but Annie, not so much.
I am happy, but I'm just thinking what I'm gonna do. Because my cake is pretty modern and this is like fluffy fun. I think I'm gonna stick with my original cake right now and see how I can incorporate this cotton candy.
For now, both competitors have placed their cotton candy on the back burner. Annie's speeding ahead, while Kristen seems to be falling behind.
Annie just put on her last tier. She's fast and she's good at what she does. It's making me feel a little bit nervous about time. This is like what takes me the longest. Once I get the details on, I'm gonna be able to gain momentum and, you know, hopefully we'll be neck and neck to the finish line.
Moving right along, Annie's cutting the pink fondant stripes for her cake's bottom tier.
I am feeling good. I'm just a little worried about my turning table. It's kind of a little wobbly right now, and the cake is really heavy, so I try to be a little careful with that. Other than I'm feeling good.
Annie is using a spare strip of fondant as a spacer to make sure her stripes are evenly placed.
Whoops. My finger went into the top of the cake. No big deal.
I finished my bottom tier. I think this is pretty good.
With only an hour and a half remaining, there's no time to waste.
So I'm almost on the top tier. I'm struggling right now because I think it's on an angle and then there's all these vertical lines. It's a little bit of a magic eye game.
Once again, Kristen's making sure her cake and all its stripes are looking level. Her cake's looking sharp, but she's hit a snag.
I'm just really frustrated. My blade's really dull right now. A dull blade really, you know, poses a bit of a challenge, but I'm just gonna keep working away.
Over at her station, Annie's on to Sadie's ballerina silhouettes. Rather than fondant, she's opted to use paper stencils and a food coloring gel. whereas Kristen has placed ballerinas onto some edible rice paper and is framing them with fondant.
Because I'm relying on some really fine details at the end to really bring this cake together, if they're not finished, then I'm not gonna feel happy about the end result.
While Kristen races against the clock, Annie is charging ahead. Having finished her ballerina silhouettes, she's ready to tackle her silver dragé details. Those dragés look like finicky work, and Annie is running out of time.
Fine. I was about to do dragé, the silver ball into the bottom, but I decided to add fondant accent using this mold and color with the silver later. The similar texture, similar color, rather than this shiny silver.
If Kristen wants to complete her cake in time, she'll have to pick up the pace, because there's only a minute to go. Ten seconds left. Time's up.
We did it! We did it! Good job. I'm done. I finished. I'm so happy. What I thought I was going to make, I actually created. I made it happen. I'm most proud of the fact that I was able to blend her drawing into my creative vision, and I think it turned out wonderful.
I feel awesome. I am happy with my finished product. I think Sadie's gonna react to the most obviously shoes. Every girl's like shoes and cake, like I do. Finger crossed. I hope I win.
Sadie is about to turn double digits, and cake makers Kristen and Annie have each created their own versions of her birthday cake design. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and the birthday girl is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm feeling really nervous right now. I hope Sadie likes my design and my color. There's like so many different shades of pink, and the cotton candy actually worked out pretty well. I love where I put it on, so I hope she really loves it. I came here to win.
Annie's cake is pink to the nines, and that's exactly what Sadie wanted. I'm just nervous because I decided to use some black in the design, so I'm worried that that was a risk and that it's not gonna pay off for me. Fingers are crossed. Happy birthday, Sadie!
It's amazing. They're huge. I thought the cotton candy would be where their tutus are. I love the silhouettes, and the pink is...
Are you speechless? A little bit, yeah.
Because you're a ballerina, I decided to put your cake on a ballet floor. So I've got some hardwood flooring here. That's actually an edible program, as if you're, in your own ballet. I've incorporated your cotton candy as if you're going to a performance. So it's kind of like a cone of cotton candy. I've used some black and white stripes to tie in the black silhouettes of the ballerinas that you drew. And then I wanted to make some larger-than-life ballet flats that even have a worn-in look.
Are the ballet flats fondant or are they real?
If you wanted to, you could pick those up off of the cake and just take a bite.
That's really cool.
Hey.
Okay, Sadie, this is almost exactly what you drew. Bottom cake is a vanilla cake with vanilla buttercream, and chocolate cake with the chocolate buttercream. And this is a little surprise for you, vanilla cake with strawberry buttercream. It matches the color of your theme. And as you requested, I put the tutu on the bottom. This like purple and pink color of the cotton candy is really nice under the tutu. And there's ballet shoes on top. Looks like you're dancing on the cloud. So this white cotton candy is perfect for my cake.
The cotton candy and the ballet shoes just bring it all to life. Thank you, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a bite of Kristen's.
It's delicious.
Oh, thank you.
Now, a sample from Annie.
Mostly when I have chocolate cake, it's really good, but yours just blew my mind. It's so moist and it's delicious.
Thank you. I love you liked it.
Okay, Sadie, it's time to decide which is the best cake.
The cake I choose is this one.
Oh, thank you. I can't believe it. I won. I'm so excited. All my hard work paid off. What a great day. I wasn't sure what Sadie was going to do because, like Annie said, she stuck to the original design more than I did, so it could have went either way. I definitely think it was a tight race, and Annie's a really talented decorator.
I loved my cake, and she loved mine too, but she loved a little bit more Kristen's one, but I still love my design.
It's cake time! I decided to go with Kristen's cake because her cake was gigantic. I've never seen a cake like it. It was just all amazing. It's pink!
Right from the beginning, I knew it was going to be hard for Sadie to make a choice, but as soon as I saw Kristen's cake, I really felt that was going to be the cake Sadie was going to choose. You want to try some of Annie's cake?
Sure. It tastes delicious.
Do you like the strawberry?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. I'm so happy with both of the cakes. They tasted delicious and they both looked amazing.
I don't think I'm ever going to be able to top this birthday. We'll just go every year and remember her 10th birthday, and that's how we'll celebrate it forever.
My birthday is amazing. Everything was what I imagined. Thank you, Kristen and Annie, for the best cakes ever. They tasted amazing and they look stunning.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake,
It's a good sound.
based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Wow. Are you gonna faint?
In the end, the birthday boy will pick a winner on Best Cake Wins. Joshua is 9 years old, about to turn 10, and he's designing his dream cake for the big day.
I think Joshua is deserving of this big, huge party with the big cake and everything because he really works hard at school and at home too, doing his chores. He's an amazing kid.
Thank you.
I love you.
When he's not studying or helping out around the house, Joshua can be found online.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today,
He started his own online channel a year ago. He does have over 140 videos.
see you guys next time. Bye.
And his channel is all about his favorite thing, video games.
I like playing video games.
He lives for video games.
Yeah.
So for his birthday cake, Joshua is going with an online gaming theme, complete with a derp face emoji.
That's a lot of colors. I like that. 6 layers? Okay. And I see that you put the controller because I know how much you like playing video games.
Yeah. The cake I want for my birthday is, I want it to be rainbow, but chocolate and vanilla flavored.
So what is this?
Oh, so when you cut the cake in half, it's gonna bleed chocolate everywhere.
I like that. What about the dirt face?
It's gonna be medium sized since the cake is gonna be really big. And then there's these 2 cupcakes. They're rainbow flavored. My favorite part of the cake is the controller and that it's rainbow.
The challenge is, create Joshua's dream derp cake. He'd like a rainbow cake, filled with candy, with a game controller on top. Let's meet the first competitor up for the challenge.
My name is Stacy, and I am a baker and decorator. I love decorating. That is my passion. I decorate intricate, sculpted cakes. Working with kids is the best. What you need to do is take their imagination and make it into something beautiful that will make them go, wow.
Our next challenger hails from Australia, and she's ready to win.
My name is Yumi, and I'm a pastry chef. I got into baking because I loved to draw as a kid. And then when I was older, I loved playing with the different aspects of baking. And this way I can make my drawing into a 3D sculpture. Whenever I receive a request from a child, I try to go above and beyond so that their imaginations can be stoked.
Now's time for our two competitors to see Joshua's cake design.
Amazing. This is great.
There are a lot of colors. I feel like this is doable. Should be a lot of fun as well.
I've got this. This is right up my alley.
Joshua will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of his design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday boy will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
So my plan of action is to go big. I'm gonna do a 2-tier cake. I am going to have the bottom tier absolutely covered in candy and chocolate. The second tier is going to be Joshua's design. On the cupcakes, I'm going to have white icing that's gonna look like clouds, and coming out of the clouds is going to be a rainbow. And it's going to look like there are candy packages pouring candy into the cake. And they're gonna be suspended in nothingness, defying gravity.
Stacy's plan is to completely cover her bottom tier in candy, create the illusion of floating candy above, and top things off with an edible rainbow. Over at her station, Yumi's got some ideas of her own.
I'm going to branch into a second tier just so that I can get some extra height on it. I have to remember that there's a face in the middle of it. I think the dirt face is like big eyes with crazy eyes out to the side and maybe a tongue. I had to look it up. On top, there's going to be a controller. There's also some chocolate all over this cake. Chocolate fur, so that's what this brown color is. And I can't forget the cupcakes either. And of course, everything is also rainbow colored.
Yumi's plan is to make an extra large 2-tier cake with an equally large derp face, all topped with a furry frosting.
I'm starting off with my controller. I'm going to be making it out of marshmallows and butter with my rice cereal here. My marshmallow is getting ooey and gooey, which means it's ready for my rice cereal to go in.
Rice cereal treat is ideal for molding unique and interesting shapes.
I love the way that this looks, like spider webs, and it's delicious too. When I'm working with rice cereal treats, I like to have a bowl of cold water next to me, and that way I can prevent it sticking onto my hands, because it's quite sticky.
Yumi's not the only one getting her hands dirty. Stacy's coloring fondant for her rainbow topper.
Normally there are 7 colors on the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. But Joshua specifically asked for 6 colors. So I'm leaving out the indigo and going straight to the violet.
As Stacy finishes up her rainbow, Yumi's finishing up her multicolored controller.
I've gone for a very colorful controller. I don't know if these exist, but in Joshua's imagination, they can. Because you can make anything out of edible fondant, I'm going to make this one Joshua brand.
Not to be outdone, Stacy's airbrushing some gum paste she's fashioned into a controller.
I'm adding the details to the controller now. I'm getting anxious. Detail work like this always takes longer than you think it will. I'm not a video game player myself, so I'm not terribly familiar with the controllers. So we'll see how we go.
Bakers Stacy and Yumi are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake, designed by the birthday boy himself.
I've gone for a colorful controller. I don't know if these exist, but in Joshua's imagination, they can.
With her game controller complete, Yumi's getting down to business on Joshua's chocolate and vanilla cake.
So I'm creating a cavity in the cake here so that I can put candy inside, and this also serves as a snack for later on. I'm going to start with the longer candies here, build kind of a fence or a wall, get as much chocolate in there as possible, and then put my loose chocolate candies inside. It's a good sound.
While Yumi seals in her candy surprise, Stacy's got a surprise of her own. She's made each layer of her cake a different color of the rainbow.
Because it's 6 layers of cake tall, I don't want to go too thick on my icing. But with 6 layers of cake, that's still one heck of a lot of icing. And before we add our top layer of red on, we're going to put our candy inside. And now we'll stick on our top layer.
Yumi's moving right along, and looks like she's starting on Joshua's derp face.
I don't make emojis very often. I just use them in texting, and I've certainly never come across the derp emoji before. Seeing the eyes go out, and there's a little tongue sticking out, so like this.
Stacy's covering her bottom tier with chocolate frosting.
I'm not going to be putting fondant on this layer, so I don't mind if the icing is a little bit thick. The entire bottom is going to be covered in candy. And now the fun part, we are just placing this absolutely anywhere.
Over at her station, Yumi's finished her bottom tier and is getting ready to stack the top tier.
I'm just gonna trace out a line, and that way I'll know that's where my cake will go on top. And then I'm going to use these straws here. I have a whole lot of them, and this is going to provide some of the structural integrity within my cake. Now, I have no reason to think that this would fail. However, it's always scary. I'm putting 15 straws into this, which means that it should be safe and secure and able to hold the weight of a large cake. I could do 12, but I want to be safe. We're hoping for good luck today. This is a pretty heavy thing. Gently placing it on at the front. Just going to wiggle it into place. As you can see, this is quite strong and holding on.
I think hers is bigger than mine. I'm concerned. So this layer of fondant is going to be covered by other colors. It doesn't need to look nice, it just needs to hold the other fondant in place. Having my cake covered in fondant, even just the first layer of fondant, it makes me feel better. I feel like I'm on track.
We've reached the halfway point. Time for Joshua to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is
Joshua is about to turn 10, and these two cake makers have 6 hours to complete his dream birthday cake. We've reached the halfway point. Time for Joshua to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
my secret ingredient is chocolate sprinkles.
Yay!
Yay! Chocolate sprinkles, I can definitely work that into this cake. That shouldn't be an issue at all. This texture of the chocolate sprinkle is going to go very well with the fur. So I'm first going to do a little bit of a fur on the tops of the cakes and then have this kind of sprinkled to add a little bit more texture.
I am considering adding another bag of candy to my 3D effect. Maybe.
Both cake makers seem to be rolling with it. But for now, Yumi's rolling out some rainbow fondant stripes for her top tier.
Right now I'm working on my derp face. Whatever that is. Kids definitely have their own language. But you gotta be a good sport, and you gotta go along with it. can see we have an emoji being put on over there, and I'm still working on mine, so hopefully all of this can come together in time.
With less than an hour left, Yumi's keeping her eye on the prize and moving on to her furry frosting.
It's looking very much like fur. I'm really happy with that.
Okay, this is the scariest part. Oh, a little off center, but I will fix that.
With her cake stacked, Stacy's moving on to create her floating candy effect.
I've never done this before. I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake. The chocolate that Joshua wants is difficult when you're trying to make it pour out of a candy bag. So I can fill any of my blank spaces with my secret ingredient. A lot of it will fall off, but the stuff that sticks to the chocolate will look really good.
The chocolate sprinkles are much darker than my original chocolate buttercream, and it really adds a pop against the fluoro colors of the rainbow here. So I'm actually really happy with how that worked out, and actually it might have improved the cake.
Yumi's got one shot to place her game controller on top if she doesn't want it to mess up her furry frosting.
I still have to put my cupcake somewhere. Joshua definitely specified that there should be cupcakes on the cake, so it's just a matter of where to place them now.
With 10 minutes remaining, Stacy's filling her cupcakes with some chocolate icing.
So now what I would like to do is I want to make it look like clouds. So I was going to use a piping bag for this, but instead I just kind of want to dab it on, just kind of blob it on like a cloud. It might not look great right now, but the rainbow will bring it all together. Yeah. And there we go. So it's going to look as if the candy is just pouring out.
It's the home stretch and just enough time for a few finishing touches.
Condensation has turned my candy very dull, so you can see the new candy compared to the old candy. It's all dried on, so I can't take it off at this point, but I'm gonna try and airbrush some bright pink on it and see if it does anything. If that doesn't work, there's not much I can do at this point. It definitely makes it look brighter, but it's very pink and purple. I'm gonna do it. Here we go.
There's no turning back now. These cake makers need to move fast, with only 1 minute left. Ten seconds left. Time's up.
Good job. I'm feeling relieved. I can relax after finishing quite an ordeal of a cake. I'm really happy with the way that my controller turned out. It almost looks like you could pick it up and start playing with it. I can't wait to present the cake to Joshua.
It was a tight race, but I did it. The gravity-defying candy is the thing I'm most proud of. I worked really hard, and I think Joshua is going to be super excited when he sees this cake.
Joshua is turning 10, and cake makers Yumi and Stacy have each created their own versions of his birthday cake design. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and the birthday boy is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm super excited to present Joshua his cake today. I'm a little bit nervous about my cupcakes being at the base of the cake rather than on top, as Joshua drew, but hopefully he's going to be distracted by all of the fabulous colors on the cake.
I'm terrified. After seeing Yumi's cake, I thought I should have gone way bigger, but I'm still happy with all of the aspects on my cake, and I hope that Joshua likes it.
It's finally time for the birthday boy to see his cakes.
Happy birthday, Joshua!
How do you feel? Are you gonna faint? You good? You want some water? Do you feel it looks like a drawing?
Yes. But better.
For your birthday cake, I went off of your drawing, but I decided to go crazy with the candy. For the bottom tier, it is chocolate cake with chocolate icing. And for the top tier, the cake inside is the same color as the fondant over top of it. And when you cut through the rainbow tier, candy is going to continue pouring all over the cake.
Wow.
I decided to make you a rainbow coming out of clouds. And then just to add a little extra candy, I thought I'd do some gravity-defying packages of candy pouring all over your cake.
How do the candy packets are like standing up?
Well, it's not magic, unfortunately. There are dowels in there, and I use chocolate to stick all the candy to it.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, Joshua. You asked for chocolate and vanilla. We have 8 different layers of chocolate and vanilla in there. In the middle of all of those layers of cake, there is vanilla buttercream. And then on the top here, you can see that there's chocolate buttercream, which looks like fur, as well as chocolate sprinkles. And then we have the controller up here. I've tried to make it as lifelike as possible. And the best part, it's all edible. In front of the cake, we have a derp face. And I've gone with that theme of derpiness by putting your name in kind of a wave. And if you cut into this cake, you're going to have candies, which are going to kind of shower out of it. There's going to be like a big waterfall of candy.
Wow. I love it. What do you think, Joshua?
I love it.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a sample from Yumi.
How's that chocolate cake?
It was really good. Really good.
Now a taste of Stacy's cake.
Yeah, go ahead.
Donuts?
It tastes good.
Excellent.
All right, Joshua, let's do this. It's now time to choose which is your best cake.
This one.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua.
Good job, Betty.
I won! I'm so happy. I do think I delivered what Joshua was looking for. I think he was very happy with the result.
It's always sad not to win, but at the end of the day, I just really want to make sure that Joshua has the best cake for his best birthday ever.
Okay, time for cake.
Yay!
Whoa, I feel something.
I feel something too. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. I knew Joshua was going to take Stacy's cake because of all the candies, and it was like a little bit more kids-like. This is for you.
It's really cool because like you draw something and then it just comes to life.
Oh. I really don't know how am I ever going to top this party.
This is the best birthday party I've ever had. Thank you, Stacy and Umi, for the amazing birthday cakes because I'm gonna eat them forever.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
It looks delicious. I'm kind of tempted to eat it.
Based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Happy birthday! Oh my gosh!
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner on Best Cake Wins.
My name is Alex, and I'm turning 10 years old.
That's a big birthday, and the birthday girl has some big plans.
This is her 10th birthday, so we promised this would be like an epic party for her.
And Alex is designing an epic cake in the shape of a donut?
I love donuts so much. Like a lot.
She has a minor obsession with donuts. Just a little.
My room is covered in donuts. My bed is full of donuts, and I have donuts on my wall. I have donut everything.
Dessert is a big thing in our family, always has been, and she's kind of grown up with it.
You can get started with the flour.
We spend a lot of time together baking. We get a little messy, a little creative, and we have something to enjoy at the end. Wow. Is this your birthday cake?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about it?
The bottom layer is a red velvet cake with rainbow designs on it. And then the top layer is a milk and cookies flavored tier with fudge on the exterior and cookies stuck on the fudge.
What about the middle layer?
In the middle layer is a donut with sprinkles on top. I would prefer if it were rice breakfast treats, but it could also be anything else if they have thought of.
Can't wait to see what it's gonna look like.
Me too.
The challenge is create Alex's dream donut cake. She'd like a red velvet cake for the base, a large donut in the middle, sandwiched by a top cake tier of cookies and cream. Time to meet our first challenger.
My name is Adjoa, and I'm a pastry chef. I specialize in custom cakes, anything from a car or a cat or your favorite cartoon. My favorite cakes to make are kids' birthday cakes. They're just so honest and pure. They love it or they hate it. I mean, they usually love it because it's a pile of sugar, but I think it's fun for a kid to decide what they want to celebrate their life.
The next competitor is Yumi, who's always up for a challenge.
I like to make cakes that are delicious and which look beautiful and have amazing flourishes and details. Kids as clients are wonderful. They always incorporate their imagination, a lot of color, and sometimes you can get some amazing results which you wouldn't have thought about otherwise on your own.
Now's time for our two competitors to see the birthday girl's cake design.
I love this.
Is that a donut sandwich?
This looks like a rainbow base with a huge donut on top.
Lots of height on this cake as well.
I love donuts. I love rainbows. It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm ready to start this. I want to get moving on it.
Alex will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
So my plan of attack, I'm going to do a rainbow base with all of the rainbow colors, and then lots of sprinkles and stuff on top. The donut on top. I think I might use real milk chocolate here. And for the very top of that, I'll have a multicolored 10. But that's gonna be cake and sprinkles everywhere. Lots and lots of sprinkles. I've never made a cake like this before. What'll be interesting is whether the donut keeps its shape, but gravity. So we'll see. Anything can happen.
Adjoa's plan is to build her cake around a large edible donut, dipped in chocolate, topped with a giant number 10 made of cookies and cream cake, with lots of sprinkles all over.
So plan of attack is the donut sandwich, and I'm going to go round cakes on either side. I don't want the top cake to be too big. This cake base is going to be all of the colors, just like a rainbow. We're going to make this donut out of something else which is not donut, something light and something sturdy. I know that it's a chocolate donut on the drawing, but to really make it the focal point, I might go for a brighter color. And as I already said, the middle is not able to be made out of donuts.
Yumi's taking some creative liberties with a round rainbow cake at the bottom, realistic looking but non-edible donut in the middle, and Alex's cookies and cream cake on top. Adjoa's starting at the bottom with the birthday girl's red velvet cake.
Alex said she likes red velvet, so what the birthday girl wants, the birthday girl gets.
Over at her station, Yumi's got a plan for making Alex's giant donut.
I want to make this foam ball into a donut. I'm going to create the donut hole first, and then I'm going to cover it with royal icing and fondant. Donuts have a proof line when they've properly risen with yeast, so I'm going to try to create that same illusion here using two colors, yellow, the lighter for the proof line, and then the actual donut color, and these are made out of royal icing.
Royal icing is made of confectioner's sugar and egg whites and will get really hard once it sets.
This is gonna look deep fried and delicious.
Looks like Adjua's finished stacking her red velvet cake, and she's hollowed the inside for a special surprise.
I'm going to make a candy and sprinkle medley for the inside of the cake. I've got gumballs, gummy bears, confetti, candy-coated chocolate, and sprinkles. And then I've also got glitter because I like glitter a lot. It's gonna be a lot to cut into, but I mean, who's gonna be upset about having too much candy?
We're an hour into the competition, and Adjua's off to a good start with her bottom cake, while Yumi's working away on her giant donut. But they've still got a long way to go. Bakers Yumi and Adjua are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake, designed by birthday girl Alex. And Yumi's putting the finishing touches on her giant donut.
This donut was quite an ordeal. I had to put two of the discs together. It's involved quite a bit of paint and color matching and blending, but it's really starting to look like a proof donut. I'm really looking forward to having this dry, getting the icing on, and moving on to my cake. So I'm rolling out some fondant for the icing of my donut. I'm going to start to stick it down with royal icing, and I can trim around if I need to as well.
Alex is turning 10, so this is a 0 part of her 10. This is a cookies and cream cake. It's a vanilla cake with chunks of cookie inside of it. Do you know what? I probably could have just used a donut in hindsight. I'm making the 1 for the 10. I think it might be better to stack it rather than just cut out a 1. Because she likes fudge, I'm gonna ice whipped ganache in between each of these layers.
Ganache is a whipped filling made of melted chocolate and cream.
The icing is looking really realistic, and I'm trying to get the sprinkles to have a randomized look. It looks delicious. I'm kind of tempted to eat it.
While Yumi's finished with her delicious-looking but non-edible donut, Adjua's starting on one the birthday girl can actually eat.
So right now I'm melting the marshmallows. It's going to be crisp rice treats in the shape of a donut. I've been making crisp rice treats since I was a kid. I haven't shaped one into a donut before, though. What could possibly go wrong?
Having already finished her donut, Yumi's moving on to build an extra-large base cake.
This cake is red velvet, and it's super moist and very pretty. It's looking good. Another coat of buttercream, and then I'll start to work on my rainbow fondant.
Back at her station, Adjua's preparing some fondant strips in all the colors of the rainbow.
I actually did the rainbow plus pink because I like pink. I've marked the top of the cake and the sides of the cake so that it goes a little bit to the side. I'll just follow that line all the way around. Any space could be covered up by some of the decor, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yumi clearly had a similar idea for her rainbow color scheme.
My base cake is ready, and it's time to get building. I'm nervous. It requires some hardware, which I don't mess around with too often, but we'll just take it in steps and go from there.
Yumi's plan is to add 4 wooden dowels to make sure her donut is stable enough to support her third cake tier.
One down, 3 to go.
Meanwhile, Adjua's rice cereal donut seems to be shaping up.
So I'm just putting a light layer of buttercream over top of the donut. When I put the fondant on top of it, it'll just make sure that it's smooth and doesn't look too bumpy.
It's straight looking. All right. I'm going to hammer straight down so the dowels go from here all the way to the base. And that little bit at the end is the cake board. That's why it was harder to go all the way through. We have a flat surface, everything is flush. It feels pretty solid and flat to me. I think the vertical donut is going to work today. I'm very relieved, and now it's business as normal.
Not so fast, because we've reached the halfway point. Time for Alex to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is...
Alex is turning 10, and these two cake makers have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. And we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time for Alex to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is... real donuts.
No problem. These, in my opinion, are one-bite donuts.
Donuts, donut cake, totally makes sense. My top layer of the cake is going to be milk and cookies. So I think with that color scheme, they'll look best on the very top of the cake, and that way I don't have to think about decorating the very top.
For now, it looks like both bakers are putting the secret ingredient to the side, and Adjua's focus is back to her massive donut.
So now I'm gonna cover the bottom part of the donut in fondant. The good thing about this donut is I'm gonna cover as much as I can, and then whatever I don't will be covered in chocolate.
I'm just finishing my final layer of cake. I've mixed in some cookie crumbs to make it milk and cookies or vanilla and cookies. Alex asked for a chocolate fudge top, and rather than covering the whole thing, I'm just going to add a drip of chocolate ganache. I'm ready to test the weight on top of this cake. And it's stable. I'm wiggling it around. It'll be fine.
And now to add Alex's secret ingredient. With an hour left to go, Adjua's giving her cake some support.
So now that is pretty sturdy. There's some pieces that are showing, but it's totally fine because this is all gonna be covered with sprinkles, and I can correct with any bits of chocolate for the donut. I really like the drip effect. I wish this was a little bit cleaner, to be honest with you, but I think that this might be the best I'm able to get with real milk chocolate. So this is happening, and it's gonna be great.
The cake is looking very donutty and very sprinkly and very colorful, and I'm just gonna amp it up with cookies.
Yumi's cake is almost finished, but Adjua has a lot more to do, with very little time. She's finishing up the decorations for her bottom tier, including Alex's mini donuts.
Under pressure, I sort of zone in and I'm in my own space. I get frustrated all the time, but I mean, it's not a reason to stop doing someone's cake because they're not gonna stop having a birthday. So it needs to get done.
It's now or never for any finishing details, because there's only a minute to go. Ten seconds left. And time's up.
I feel relieved. I've never made a cake like this before. I don't think that I've put this many items on a cake ever before. The sprinkles are all on there, the candy's on there, the cookies are on there. I hope that this cake is the winning cake.
I'm done. I finally finished. I'm really happy about how it's structurally sound and there's a hole like smack through the middle of the cake. The entire thing is edible. I wouldn't mind cutting into this cake right now myself.
Alex is turning 10, and bakers Yumi and Ajwa are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by the birthday girl herself. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and the birthday girl is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm so excited about presenting my cake to Alex. I'm hoping that Alex loves my cake, especially the donut center with all of those details and the third tier on top, which is gravity-defying.
I feel really good about winning this. I'm just really happy that donut is stable enough and strong enough that that hole is still a perfect circle. I love my donut. It's actually edible, so I think I have a bit of an edge over Umi in that regard.
Happy birthday, Alex! Oh my gosh!
How amazing are those cakes?
They're crazy.
Look how big they are.
Yeah. It's huge. I like both of them. They're both really cool.
Looking at your drawing, it looked like you like lots of color and lots of sprinkles. So the bottom tier is red velvet. On the inside, there is little gummy bears and gumballs and sprinkles. The middle tier is completely edible with milk chocolate dripping all over. And then the very top layer, it's cookies and cream cake. In between is whipped ganache, and I've covered one in sprinkles and the other one in crumbs of rainbow cookie and chocolate cookie and some of the secret ingredient donut crumbs and more sprinkles. Do you have any questions?
I think he covered it all.
So on the bottom here, you have 4 layers of red velvet cake. And then we're going up. I made this one out of foam cake or dummy cake. This is royal icing. And on the front, we have some fondant and fondant sprinkles. Even though you can't eat it, it means that you can keep it forever, pretty much. Okay? And then we have a cookies and milk cake. We have chocolate cookie crumbs and the buttercream icing with a chocolate drip. And then we have some strawberry pretzel sticks with donuts on top as well. And that's your cake.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a sample from Ajwa.
This is really good. Thank you for making this.
You're welcome.
I really like this cake. It has a lot of sprinkles and it's really moist and smooth.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Can I please try your cake now?
Of course.
This one is really good. The cake is like really well done. And the icing on top is really nice and smooth.
Nice.
Okay, Alex, time for you to pick your best cake.
Okay, thank you for both making my cakes, but I have to choose this side.
I won! It feels so great. I felt really confident coming into the competition. I felt like my cake had all the things that Alex wanted in a cake. The best part of this competition was seeing Alex's face when she first saw the cake. That was priceless.
So I didn't win, but I had a really good time making Alex's cake. Ajwa was a great competitor to be against. I definitely had fun with this cake. I went out of my comfort zone and learned a little bit as well.
Let's feast! Oh my gosh.
Whoa. I thought it would be a really hard decision for Alex, but I had a sneaking suspicion that one might take the lead because her favorite donut is a chocolate dip donut. I had a feeling that was the one she was gonna choose.
Whoa, that's a big piece for me. Who wants to try this one? Me.
Whoa.
This is enough donuts, but I could always have more donuts.
Today was an amazing day. I think Alex lived out a dream. We're super grateful. We had a great time celebrating her 10th birthday.
It's so amazing to have my drawing come to life. Thank you, Baker, so much. I'm really thankful, and I had a lot of fun.
Two top bakers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake,
Kids love sprinkles. I love sprinkles.
based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Oh my goodness!
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner
They're all so beautiful, I can barely decide.
on Best Cake Wins.
My name is Chloe, and I am turning 10.
And Chloe's designing her very own birthday cake inspired by one of her greatest passions, synchronized swimming.
Chloe is a big synchronized swimmer. She swims 4 times a week and practice before school, after school, on the weekends. So it's really important to make this birthday extra special because she works so hard, and we're super proud of her.
This is my cake, and I put the legs on because it symbolizes synchro. These are splashes because it's like the legs are kicking up.
What are the mermaids going to be made out of?
Well, I want them to be edible, so fondant or gummies. And I put a rubber ducky in so they really know it's water. I also put the trophy on it because this year I'm going to try to be #1. I'm really excited to see how these cakes turn out. They're going to be really good, and
I'm excited to eat them.
yeah.
The challenge is create Chloe's synchronized swimming cake. She'd like a blue cake that looks like water, featuring mermaids and a synchronized swimmer, topped off with a gold swimming trophy. Our first competitor is Jane. She's got a sweet tooth and an eye for design.
I specialize in colorful, playful, really over-the-top birthday cakes. And I can literally turn flour, eggs, water into whatever you want. Kids love bigger, better, more colorful, and sprinkles. Lots of sprinkles.
Damien is our next competitor. He can whip any cake into a work of art.
What I love about being a cake artist is that it really is like being an artist. For me, these are almost like creating sculptures, and at the end of the day, you can look back and say, hey, I did that. And what's great about kind of having kids as clients is that imagination, and being able to take that and translate that into a cake is one of the best rewards.
Now's time for our 2 competitors to see Chloe's cake design.
Wow. So I was hoping for color, and I got all the colors, actually.
Looks like we've got some mermaids here.
And their expressions are so sweet. There's a trophy, so competitive mermaids.
Looks like we've got someone diving, maybe kind of a synchronized swimmer. This is gonna allow my creative juices to really start flowing, so I'm excited.
I think I can really do amazing things with this cake.
Chloe will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
I think I want to give this cake more height than it has. I want to keep the bottom large, like she drew it, but I'm gonna elongate it. I'm gonna do a 3-tier cake with an extra tall bottom and a pretty wide baseboard. To really give this a swimming feel, I'm gonna give it some tile, like a pool tile, mosaic, all tiny squares. At the top, I'm gonna add the legs that she's put in, And then I'm gonna add some waves. This is just gonna be a sprinkle fest. And then adding to the bottom, I'm gonna tie in her mermaids, but I'm gonna have them as if they're swimming through the cake. And maybe I'll do a trophy with the swimming legs coming out of the trophy. And then I could put this trophy on top of the cake. So I'll do some water inside the trophy as if the trophy is a swimming pool. It's gonna be delicious, but it's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna get a #1 trophy for this cake.
Jane's plan is to set her cake on a base that looks like a pool deck, with a giant trophy at the very top, and cover the cake in sprinkles.
The first thing that came to my mind was just kind of a waterfall, and waterfalls, I think of mountains, and I just think of flowing. Playing with tiers and having kind of some smaller tiers, holding up larger tiers. The sides will be the green, the tops of each tier will be the blue to kind of give the sense of water. This is going to kind of have a rock pattern. And then what I'm going to do is kind of take some fondant and just kind of have the fondant go down. Maybe just add an effect of sand. Definitely at the top, 2 legs coming out because we've got synchronized swimmers going there. The rubber duckies on kind of the water in one tier. And then, of course, mermaids are a big part of this, so I don't want to forget the mermaids. Maybe we'll see a mermaid holding the trophy. This is exciting to me. I mean, I've got to make sure that the structure is properly sound, but I think ultimately it's going to be quite striking. I got this.
Damien's plan is to make a waterfall cake, replacing some of Chloe's blue with a little greenery, and placing the trophy near the bottom, held by a mermaid. With no time to waste, Jane is diving right into her swimming pool cake.
I wasn't sure what flavor Chloe likes best, so I'm gonna go with chocolate and vanilla because I think they're like a crowd pleaser. I did a little bit extra with the vanilla. I added sprinkles, so it's really like a funfetti. You see all the sprinkles inside? I think Chloe's gonna love this surprise.
I've tinted the buttercream blue. I've decided that, once again, the idea of the water kind of flowing through the mountain. So with this now, I'm gonna just take some of my pearls and just sprinkle them around so that when you're eating the cake, you're just getting some nice little crunch here and there.
So this cake, actually, I'm gonna do a ton of sprinkles on. I made a mermaid mix, so there's lots of glittery pieces, gold. These colors are super mermaidy. It's like, if you just had a really simple cake and you wanted to give it a mermaid feel, sprinkles are gonna be your best bet. It's such an easy way to do it. Kids love sprinkles. I love sprinkles.
With his blue buttercream out of the way, Damien is moving on to some of the green details for his waterfall cake.
What I'm gonna do is create some leaves. So just around the mountain idea, I just wanted to kind of have some kind of leaves. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start spreading it into the mold. Right now I'm kind of really making a bit of a risk here. I'm going kind of a little bit different than what Chloe wants, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Bakers Jane and Damien are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake, designed by the birthday girl herself. Jane's adding the last few tiles to her pool deck. And now it's time to make a splash.
So my plan for this bottom tier is to do strips of waves in an ombre effect. So I'm gonna start with some light colors and work my way down to some darker colors. So I went with a dummy tier to start. I wanted Chloe to see an impact.
Jane's using a large piece of polystyrene to give her creation some added height. Looks like Damien's got a similar plan, using smaller dummy tiers to create his cake's mountainous terrain.
I want to get an effect of kind of stone or some brick. And what I'll do is I'll get a couple of these molds just so I can get around the tier that I'm looking to do. I'm happy the way it's coming together. I think this really did turn out quite well.
So I like this effect so much, I want to bring it up onto the top. Same colors, but there's going to be a white cap at the top. Like the real ocean.
As Jane caps off her top tier, Damien is rolling ahead with his plan to add a little green to the mix.
It's funny, I'm putting this on, and it's a scary thing because I'm going green. It is, Chloe's cake was all blue, but sometimes you've got to take risks in life, right?
So here, because this tier is all buttercream, I can't use my hands. With fondant cake, I would physically pick it up and place it on. But because this is buttercream, I have to be careful. So what could happen here is my offset could slip and the buttercream could just get smushed, or I could put it on unevenly. There's a lot that can go wrong here. But the best thing to do is just let it go. This one's a bit easier to hold on to. I'm just gonna add more and more and more, so it's gonna look wonderful. But nothing can throw me off now. If I show up to Chloe's party with this, I think she'd be happy.
Not so fast, because we've reached the halfway point. Now's time for Chloe to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
I'm genuinely nervous.
My secret ingredient is
Chloe is about to turn 10, and cake makers Jane and Damien each have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. And we've reached the halfway point. Now's time for Chloe to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
my secret ingredient is mochi.
What is this?
I have no idea what this is.
Mochi is a soft, chewy treat from Japan with a sweet filling in the middle.
I feel like it must be delicious.
It makes me kind of think of rocks, and I'm thinking of my theme, the waterfalls and so forth, that I may just try to incorporate some of these as kind of rocks.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it work. Absolutely.
For now, both bakers are putting their mochi aside because they've got bigger fish to fry.
This is a silicone mold, so it's really great for pouring warm chocolate into. I'll let it sit and dry, and I'll be able to fully pull out a solid chocolate mermaid tail. Because it's white chocolate, it's gonna pick up all of this petal dust. So even though it's white going in, it's going to be a color coming out.
While Jane's molding her mermaid tails out of white chocolate, Damien is making his out of even more green fondant. Waiting for her mermaid tails to set, Jane is making headway with her large trophy topper.
This is going to be an embellishment I've added to the trophy. It's actually made with rice cereal treats underneath and covered in fondant.
Despite the competition's life-size trophy, Damien is sticking with his plan and keeping it to scale with his smaller mermaid.
The mermaid's coming together. She looks a bit like an alien, but she's a work in progress. She's almost there. I like the little trophy she's holding.
I'm spelling Chloe. She didn't ask for it on her birthday cake, but I think it's nice to have the kid's name on the cake, and this is gonna go on the base plate of the trophy.
She's coming together, isn't she? Definitely kind of playing with the color of her hair. Chloe's picture, she had lots of color with her mermaids in their hair, so I'm kind of just using some reds and pinks and some orange.
So this is not a real gold trophy. It's actually painted with edible gold dust.
And there we go. We have our little mermaid holding a trophy.
First prize goes to Chloe, the birthday girl. It's hoping this fits too. Wonderful. So I'll add the nameplate as well. And there it is, Chloe's #1 trophy, the best synchronized swimmer in all of the land. There she is.
Speaking of Chloe, she and Mom are at home getting ready for the big birthday party.
We're excited to see the cake.
Yeah, because it's like layered, like stacked up, so I think it's probably gonna be like, maybe like that big. Yeah.
How are you gonna decide which cake you like the best?
I bet they're both gonna be really good, so it's gonna be hard to choose.
It's gonna be a lot of sugar.
With an hour left to go, both cakes are coming along, but there's still a lot to do.
So it's starting to look really great. It's what I envisioned in my mind. I love the mermaid party going on here with all the tails, but I'm ready to move on to making the mermaid faces. We're gonna draw on some eyes and add some flowy hair. I think it'll give the impression that the mermaid's flowing out at you.
So the next thing is what I want to do is just make sure now that this is secure, and I'm going to use some skewers and kind of take some skewers and go all the way down as far as I can go, just so that extra bit of support.
While Damien makes sure his cake waterfall doesn't fall over, things are getting hairy over with Jane.
This looks great. I think it gives a really cute effect, and it makes them really look like they're swimming through the cake.
Damien's multi-level mountain is starting to take shape, but still no waterfall.
I don't have a whole lot of time, so I think I may have to improvise as we get closer to the end. But right now, I think if I just stay focused, I'll be able to get the elements that I want done. Just so.
Jane, meanwhile, is ready to focus on Chloe's secret ingredient.
They're really chewy. I've decided I'm going to incorporate them on the mermaid party tier. Why did this child do this to me? The mochi seems to be like taking away from a lot of the sparkle and shine.
While Jane treads water trying to figure out how to best incorporate that mochi, Damien seems to be rocking it.
Because I really want to incorporate my secret ingredient as the rocks. I'm going to add some water kind of splashing around so we can see the waves coming down. So things are coming together, and the water's kind of coming together, so I just want to do a few things just to kind of clean that up. But we're definitely on our way to having the cake complete.
The mochi doesn't actually have a color. It's quite dull, so I'm going to do something to jazz it up. So I'm thinking mermaid sprinkles, and a lot of them. I think Chloe's going to like them even more. Look at this. It's like a blinged out mochi cake. Like, to me, it's looking like a little pillow. Maybe this is where the mermaids come out from under the water to take a rest.
But there's no time to rest now. With 1 minute remaining, it's sink or swim. Ten seconds left. And time's up.
I'm feeling confident. What I'm really happy with the cake is just the structure that I've created, this world. Yeah, it's a wonderful mermaid wonderland that I think really captures kind of what Chloe really wanted in the cake. But I interpreted it and just took it to another level. Because, you know, the way I look at it, big risks equal big rewards.
I feel great. The cake is finished. I got to incorporate all the elements I wanted to. Plus, we had an additional bonus with the mochi cakes. For this cake, I'm most proud of the trophy. I think it incorporated a lot of Chloe's ideas, and it actually turned out really nice. I'm taking the trophy home, but not this one, because it belongs to Chloe.
Chloe is about to turn 10, and cake makers Jane and Damien have each created their own versions of her birthday cake design. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and the birthday girl is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm actually feeling a bit nervous today. Seeing Damien's cake, it is really structurally impressive, and I know how kids work. It's like bigger is better, so I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but I did pay attention to her details, and I included everything she wanted.
You know, I'm a little bit concerned that I didn't really follow Chloe's drawing as she had, but I'm feeling the risk is going to pay off. Because Chloe's going to be so surprised that I incorporated everything, but in a way that she wasn't expecting, that's really going to blow her socks off. I'm feeling confident that today I'm going to win.
Happy birthday, Chloe! Oh my goodness! Thank you guys guys are such good bakers.
Okay, Chloe, happy birthday.
Thank
For
you.
your cake, I tried to incorporate everything you had in your drawing. So I made an edible trophy on top. Inside is rice cereal treats. Also, those mermaids you drew on your cake were so cute, I wanted to add them in. I did the same eyes that you did and the really colorful hair. The tail's popping out of the water and she's swimming through the cake at you. So the secret ingredient you chose really threw me off at first, but they really worked really nicely into your cake. I've covered them in the mermaid sprinkles and the mermaid mochi pillows.
Is there like a flavor for each cake?
So the flavor for the middle cake is funfetti vanilla, which means there's sprinkles inside of the cake, and the top one is chocolate chocolate.
It's beautiful, thank you.
Thank you so much.
When I saw your picture, you had so many things that were about water. And so I did a whole lagoon-themed cake for you. So, of course, at the very top, we've got our synchronized swimmers. I did 2 of them. And further down, we've got a mermaid. And of course, she's holding #1 trophy because she's trying to figure out which of these synchronized swimmers is going to end up with the trophy, right? And then what I've done is we've got the waterfall going down, and then you had your secret ingredient, the mochi, so I kind of used them as extra large rocks. So I really want to thank you for actually picking that as a secret ingredient.
It's really cool how they can balance, like, kind of like off.
It looks like it's all going to have to topple over, but it's nicely secure.
Thank you.
Both cakes look amazing, but how do they taste? First, a sample from Jane.
It's really soft, and this is one of my favorite cakes I've ever had.
Wow, thank you.
And now a taste of Damien's cake.
It's really good. It's really soft, too. I like how you did blue icing. Thank you, it was really good.
Thank you.
So, Chloe, it's time to decide which cake are you gonna pick?
Oh, it's so hard to decide. They're so good. Thank you, guys. They're all so beautiful. I can barely decide.
Which one is it gonna be?
I think this one's the winner.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Woohoo! Yes, I won. I think what made me win is that I really stuck to Chloe's initial design. All the colors she wanted, the hearts, the mermaids, I was the whole package.
Congratulations.
Well done.
I'm a little disappointed, but I'm really happy with what I did, and I have to give it to Jane. She did make an amazing cake.
It's cake time!
Here we go.
It was a really difficult decision. Those were the best cakes I've ever had. You guys are gonna love it. I decided to go with Jane's cake because I like the idea of like the mermaids going down and the head popping up.
Let's try the second cake. I don't know how I could ever top this birthday party. 2 beautiful, amazing cakes. We couldn't have asked for anything more.
Now I'm gonna go back to eating some cake.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
I love when it starts coming together.
Based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Happy birthday, Ella!
Oh my gosh.
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner on Best Cake Wins.
My name is Ella, and I'm turning 11 years old.
You only turn 11 once, and Ella is especially excited for the occasion.
11 is a really good birthday to me because I'm turning another double digit, and it's one of my lucky numbers, and I'm really excited for it.
Ella is an amazing child. She puts a lot into everything she does. She's really busy with music and sports and still keeps up with her schoolwork. She makes us really proud, and that's why we want to throw her this special birthday party.
And for the big event, Ella's designing a soccer-themed birthday cake.
How's it going, Els?
Good.
Looks amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
My birthday cake is 4 layers. Inside of it, it's vanilla. And then the buttercream is mint chocolate chip flavored with a cleat, a net, some grass, and a soccer ball.
What's the soccer ball gonna be made out of?
A rice cereal treat.
Cool.
If the bakers make the soccer ball out of cake, I'm gonna be really happy and it'll be extra points for them.
I can't wait to see how the bakers make that.
The challenge is create Ella's soccer birthday cake. She'd like her cake to be vanilla, with mint chocolate buttercream and a giant soccer ball on top. Now to meet the first cake maker ready to compete.
My name is Adjoa, and I'm a pastry chef. A pastry chef is sort of the sweet side of the kitchen. I make all the desserts. My favorite cake orders are for birthdays because depending on what age you're celebrating or what stage of life the person's in, there's so many options for the design of the cake. It's just really fun to make something that you know someone's gonna enjoy.
And Adjoa will be facing off against cake artist Trish.
My favorite types of cakes are the ones that have color, flowers, design aspects that are really fun and bring life to it. Working with kids is really fun. They have an incredible imagination, so I really have to kind of interpret what they're envisioning and bring it to life in a practical manner.
It's time for our two competitors to see Ella's cake design.
Oh my goodness! This soccer ball takes over the entire cake.
Clearly a soccer fan. I really love the jersey. I think I'm gonna run with this.
I don't know whether the soccer ball is gonna be this big, but it definitely will be large and obvious on the cake.
I really can't wait to get started.
I'm gonna call this game 1-0 for Adjoa.
Ella will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
So my plan of attack for this cake is the bottom tier will be all grass. The second tier, what I'm gonna do is I'll actually make the goalie net here, and this will be carved out. And then for the top tier, I'm gonna actually make this entire tier the jersey. And then for the very top is the actual soccer ball. Little fondant cleats will probably just rest somewhere near there. And then I'm actually gonna add in a trophy. And I'm gonna put it right in the goalie net. I think that adding the trophy will be really special.
Trish's plan is to carve a goalie net right into her cake, decorate the entire top tier as Ella's soccer jersey, and finish off her prize-winning cake with a trophy.
So for this cake, I am thinking I'm going to start with the bottom tier and then have the next tier as the soccer net and then the soccer ball on top. But maybe put it off to the side a bit and then have the cleats, so that's definitely a shoe, and a jersey on it. Maybe we'll just drape the jersey over it somehow. I'm going down from 4 tiers to 2 tiers and a soccer ball. I think it's still gonna have the impact in having the 3D details. I hope Ella really likes them.
Adjoa's plan is to sculpt her second tier into a large net, draping a giant jersey over Ella's ball, and finish things off with a life-sized soccer cleat. Time to whip those cakes into shape. Both Trish and Adjoa are starting with their buttercream frosting.
Ella really wanted mint chocolate chip buttercream, and I always find that it's a little bit disappointing when something that's mint isn't actually green, so I'm just adding a little bit of coloring so it's green and it has that satisfaction of being real mint chocolate chip.
What I've done is I've baked a sort of greenish cake. I don't know whether the color came through. It's kind of green. The idea was lime green, so the very center is a little bit.
Seems as though Adjoa's first cake didn't turn out exactly as she hoped. Let's see how the competition is making out.
So I decided to make rainbow cake for Ella. I think that she'll really like it. It'll make the inside of the cake really, really fun when you cut into it, and I'm hoping that will give me the upper hand.
Now to add some chocolate chips to Ella's mint chocolate buttercream.
It's easier to spread buttercream when it's nice and smooth, so I like to put them on top just kind of as a little surprise when you cut into the cake.
barrier of vanilla buttercream on the outside, just so that I won't have any chips poking through.
Now I'm just gonna add the second layer of buttercream. This layer is gonna be white because just in case the fondant's a little bit too thin, I don't want it to show through being green underneath.
We're an hour into the competition, and both Trish and Adjoa are off to a great start, but there's still a long way to go. Bakers Trish and Adjoa are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by birthday girl Ella. And Adjoa's getting started on sculpting Ella's soccer net.
What I've done is an ombre green color. It's going to be darkest green to almost as white as a vanilla cake will get. So I'm just cutting it into shape. I'm not gonna worry too much about the angle exactly, but I think Ella will get the idea.
While Adjoa hopes her net will score points with the birthday girl, Trish is grabbing a dummy tier to help up her game.
Adding a dummy tier is really fun because it adds a lot of height to the cakes. And for kids, height adds a really good aspect to them and it's very visually pleasing. So this part of the cake is going to be a little bit tedious. I am going to actually pipe every single little blade of grass on the cake. This is a 12-inch cake. It's quite large, so it's going to take some time. Right now, I'm okay. We'll see how this goes later.
This is the cleat that's gonna sit on the side of the soccer ball. I made it out of rice cereal treats and marshmallow. This will be completely edible, but I will be putting toothpicks in it for some stability. It's a nice 3D feature, but it's also going to help support the soccer ball. I'm just gonna put some buttercream on the shoe. I'm just trying to fill up all of these little holes.
Cake decorating isn't always exciting. Sometimes it's quite literally like watching grass grow. Having kicked things off with her soccer shoe, Adj was moving on to Ella's giant soccer ball.
I've baked 2/3 of the cake in a bowl, so I get the round shape. I'm going to be doing a full ball, but for the base of it, just so that I have a little bit more structure, I've done cereal treats. This is gonna be a little bit heavier, so I've gotta make sure that I've got a good structure in the bottom 2 tiers.
While Adjoa rolls ahead with that soccer ball, Trish is moving on to her second tier.
I did blue because it's the color of the sky and the tier under it is grass. And also the soccer net's gonna be carved into this tier, so I think it'll be really pretty.
Adjoa isn't far behind, adding some fondant to her soccer field.
I love this green color. It reminds me of like a manicured lawn, which is what a soccer field is.
So right now I'm gonna be making a trophy. There wasn't a trophy on the drawing, but I really think that Ella will appreciate it. I need to have it done before I actually sculpt out the goalie net because that's what I'm gonna use to see how big I wanna make the goalie net. This is actually a wine glass cutter, but I'm just gonna add some fancy handles and it will be a trophy and it will be fine. The kids will never know that this is a wine glass, but the moms might.
Back at her station, Adj was almost ready to place her net onto Ella's soccer field.
So I'm just cutting some bamboo skewers. I've got one large dowel. That's gonna be the main support, and the skewers are just gonna keep it in place.
Adjoa's cake is taking shape, but we'll see if it's enough to net her the win. Over with Trish, it looks like she's also ready to start stacking.
I actually love this part. I love when it starts coming together. Then we kind of just hope for the best. I am very happy with how it looks so far. I'm just making sure that it's in the center, and then I'm gonna start carving out my goalie net. I decided that I'm gonna cut it into the cake because I want it to be a little bit different. It's not something that everyone would think of. Since I made it rainbow, it's gonna start coming out in different colors, so it's gonna be a fun little hole in the cake to look at.
But now's not the time to chase rainbows, because we've reached the halfway point. Time for Ella to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is...
Ella is turning 11, and 2 cake makers have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time for Ella to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is... mini marshmallows.
Oh, okay. My first instinct right now is to pick out all the green and do something with the green marshmallows and the grass, but I guess I'm gonna see.
I am really excited about this. I needed something to put as a border between my Jersey cake and my soccer ball cake to kind of clean up the edges. I might even just do like a cute little border of marshmallows, and just having them there would be really pretty.
With a potential plan for Ella's mini marshmallows, Trish is forging ahead with her soccer net.
Now that the net is coming together a little bit, I'm actually really happy with how it looks. After I put these final touches on this tier, I'll be able to move on because I'm a little bit worried about my time right now, but I think that I'll be able to get this done.
Adjua's been busy hand-rolling fondant for her detailed soccer net, and now she's onto her goalposts.
Lines were a little bit tedious. I think it was worth taking the time to roll them all out. I'm gonna have to make up the time somehow, but I'm happy with the way it turned out.
With her net complete, Trish is ready to stack her 3rd tier.
So this is royal icing again. I'm just adding it to use as a glue in between the layers so they stay together, especially when we're delivering it to Ella's house. No one wants a broken birthday cake, right? So I'm not gonna drop this one on. I'm just kind of gonna do like a nice side plop. There we go. I'm glad I structured it because feeling that weight is really heavy.
With less than an hour to go, Adjua is putting the finishing touches on her cleat, but she's still not a shoo-in.
I've got to get this in the fridge. I still have to do the soccer ball and put it all together, and I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with the secret ingredient.
Perfect. The soccer ball's a little bit giant, but I think that's okay. The bigger the better, right?
While Trish is cutting shapes for her soccer ball by hand, Adjua's making her own custom cutter to help speed things up.
I'm just gonna start placing pieces on. Hopefully they'll match up. A little bit of help here and there, but that is to be expected. I'm just guessing at some point I'm probably gonna find the place where I'm gonna have to put the jersey because I'm not sure this is all going to fit perfectly, but I think it'll be pretty close.
I am a little bit struggling here. I can't get these to fit properly to go into the pattern, but I think the secret ingredient's gonna save me here. I'm gonna make it look like the marshmallows are kind of eating the soccer ball, so it'll be really cool. I'm just gonna stick them on and it'll be totally fine.
Good save, and with very little time remaining.
I'm feeling a little bit worried about putting this soccer ball on the cake. I'm just gonna see how it looks, and then I will put some support in there. Okay, great. So now I'm going to drive this large dowel through the whole thing, just for extra insurance that this doesn't roll over. Great. So now I've also got a place that I can put the jersey over so I can cover that little hole I made.
I only have a few minutes left. This is crunch time now. I'm really nervous. I'm kind of panicking.
10 seconds left. And time's up.
I'm feeling good. I was a little bit frantic in the end, but I'm really happy with how my cake turned out. I feel like she'll really like it and appreciate all the work I put into it.
I'm done. Oh my goodness. I barely made this in time. The cake does not look exactly like the drawing. It does, however, have all of the elements that are in the drawing. The soccer ball is absolutely not regulation size, considering the size of the shoe versus the jersey versus the net, but we're just using our imagination here. I can't wait for Ella to see this.
Ella is turning 11, and bakers Trish and Adjoa are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by the birthday girl herself. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and the birthday girl is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm feeling so confident right now. I love my cake. I'm gonna highlight how big my cake is. I feel like it's the size that Ella really wanted. I think Ella is gonna be so excited when she sees it. I've got this.
I'm feeling great. I think the fact that the soccer ball is about 75% real cake and that shoe is also edible, I think that's a real advantage for me. I think Ella's really gonna love it.
Happy birthday, Ella!
Oh my gosh.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Go take a look.
They look amazing. I don't know how I'm gonna decide.
For your birthday cake, I made you a 3-tiered cake. The very bottom layer is vanilla cake with mint chocolate chip. The middle one starts dark green on the bottom and then goes up to like a white vanilla. And on the top, this entire shoe is rice cereal treat. And the ball, the very bottom is the same rice cereal treat, and then about 75%. So from here up is all cake and buttercream.
That's like really good. That's awesome.
Thank you.
In your drawing, the very bottom tier was all grass, so I did exactly that. I piped every single one on there, and then I put some soccer ball rings on there for you and your friends. So for this tier, I incorporated your soccer net. I actually sculpted out some of the net. I also added a trophy. On the inside, every single layer is completely rainbow, and it's filled with mint chocolate chip buttercream. And then for this one, I made the jersey the biggest I possibly could. And then on top is the soccer ball, all rice cereal treats. And then I used your secret ingredient all around the sides.
That's amazing.
Both cakes look amazing, but let's see how they taste. First, a sample from Adjoa.
I love the mint flavoring. It's not too powerful.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it.
And now, a taste of Trish's cake.
Oh my gosh. The cake is so moist and it's so good.
Amazing.
Ella, it is now time to make your decision. You ready?
The cake I choose is this one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ella.
Great job.
I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't win. I feel like it was a really close decision. Ella seemed like she had a really hard time choosing. Adjoa's cake was really good. I'm sad that I lost, but I'm glad that I lost Adjoa.
I won! I'm so excited. Trisha's cake was a lot more like the drawing than mine, but I feel like that cleat really put it over the edge for me. She was really into the 3D elements.
Now it's time to cut the cake. It was definitely very nerve-wracking to decide which cake to choose. They were both really good looking and they tasted really good. I picked Adjoa's cake because it had a stronger mint flavor and a really big cleat.
There you go, sweetie.
Who wants to try the other cake? Me! Whoa, that cake looks so cool on the inside. This is definitely one of my favorite birthdays. It felt really good to have my cake finally come to life.
I I'm a bit nervous for her 12th birthday. I really don't think we're ever gonna be able to top this one.
Thank you, bakers. I appreciated all your work and effort, and I love the taste of your cakes.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake,
Is there such a thing as too big? I don't think so.
based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Wow!
That is awesome.
In the end, the birthday boy will pick a winner
The winner is...
on Best Cake Wins. James is 8, about to turn 9. And he and his mom are planning to celebrate with a great big birthday party.
James is an awesome kid, and I would love to give him an awesome birthday party.
I'm excited for my birthday party.
How excited?
Really excited.
James loves to read and learn. We're always going to the library and getting books, but his main interest right now, though, is Greek mythology.
Yes.
And James has decided to go with a Greek mythology theme for his birthday cake.
This is awesome. Can you show me?
So this represents the water and Poseidon.
All right, so this is Poseidon. Okay.
And trident is Poseidon's like weapon.
Why is all this lightning bolts?
Zeus.
Does he actually shoot the lightning bolts?
Yes.
Oh. And then this next layer, the snake.
I love snakes because I think they're cool and they always have like different abilities.
You actually want a pet snake,
yes.
too.
And then here's the earth. I think that's the part we should eat first.
You did not plan an easy cake. Would you like a broccoli flavored cake?
No.
Asparagus flavored cake?
No.
No?
I don't like anything that has to do with vegetables.
You've been working so hard on this. I love it. I love what you
Thank
did.
The challenge is create James's Greek mythology cake. He'd like the bottom tier to represent Poseidon's sea, a lightning-filled sky for Zeus, with a large snake and planet Earth on top. Our first challenger is Stacy.
My favorite kind of cake orders are from children. I love their imagination and the challenge of trying to create what's in their head. I do not do standard cakes. I do elaborate sculpted cakes. So my cakes usually look like works of art.
Next up is Taylor, a pastry chef with only one potential weakness.
I try really hard not to eat desserts all the time because I'm literally around chocolate and buttercream 24/7. But giving what I've made to people, seeing the look of wow on their face, and obviously them eating the chocolate and the buttercream, that's one of the things that I love about being a chef. Working with children is a little bit hard sometimes because they're not very good at articulating what they want, but you have to think, what would blow me away as a child?
It's time for our two competitors to see James's cake design.
Oh boy, I have never made a cake like this before.
Maybe this is Greek mythology.
I've got some water with a trident here representing Poseidon.
Some lightning bolts here, which almost looks like Zeus.
And a snake.
I don't know if that's a friendly serpent or an angry serpent.
This should be really exciting and different.
I know I can crush this.
James will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of his design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday boy will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
I've decided that I am going to go big. On the bottom tier, I'm going to have lots of waves and then a large trident for Poseidon. So then the next tier is going to represent Zeus. So there's gonna be clouds everywhere here. And then I'm gonna do some pillars. And then we're going to put in our lightning. The next tier, there's gonna be two snakes wrapped around each other. From there, I'm going to have our big Earth. So that is what I'm thinking, and hopefully I can get all of this done in the short time we have.
Stacy's plan is to add 2 snakes coiled on top. add waves and classical Greek columns, and make the whole thing extra large.
So James has his bottom tier here, which is to represent sort of the ruler of the sea. We're going to use buttercream to swirl together a bunch of different kinds of blue. So we can maybe put some coral here, maybe some seaweed. And then we definitely need our trident. I think I'm actually gonna paint this one gold. I kind of want to blend sort of the sea to the sky. So maybe my blue is gonna start to gradually get a bit lighter, and then we're gonna have big storm clouds with our lightning bolts coming down. Then we've got this snake. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna take a snake and almost wrap it around the whole tier, and maybe so it's like kind of eating the world. Be kind of cool. The thing I'm worried about the most is making this look realistic, and as well, I don't want this snake to look a bit cheesy.
Taylor's plan is to make one large snake, pipe frosting to make storm clouds in the sky, and decorate her bottom tier with seaweed and coral. With the clock ticking, Taylor's first move is to dye a giant batch of buttercream.
This dark, deep ocean color is going to be for my bottom tier, my Poseidon tier. It's very tricky to get that perfect shade. I kind of want my bottom tier to kind of go from a bit of a darker blue to a lighter blue, and then working my way up to a lighter blue for the Zeus tier, which is the sky.
Is there such a thing as too big for a kid's cake? I don't think so.
Stacy's busy building her Poseidon tier, which she's flavored with real broccoli, carrots, and onions. Just kidding, James. This cake is vegetable-free.
This is my cookies and cream layer, probably one of the most popular kids' flavors I've ever seen.
Having covered her cake in a base layer of buttercream, Taylor's starting on her various shades of blue for Poseidon's swirling sea.
So I've done cakes like this before, the ombre style, so I'm not too worried about this turning out. I love swirling different colors together.
We're an hour into the competition, and both cake makers are off to a solid start. They've got 5 hours left, with a lot more to do. Bakers Taylor and Stacy are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by birthday boy James. And Stacy's getting started on her top tier, where the birthday boy has requested a snake.
I'm carving out where the snake is going to be right now. I usually freestyle everything and just hope for the best. I have my cake scraps, and I'm going to mix them all together with a tiny bit of icing for my snake head. Squish it together and it becomes really dense like that. And again, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna work and make my snake head.
Meanwhile, it looks like Taylor is diving headlong into her deep sea decorations.
This is for my Poseidon tier, my ocean tier. I've made one strand of seaweed, let's say. I can curve it a little bit so it looks a bit more lifelike. In terms of my colors, I like really big, bright colors. That's one of the perks of having a child as your client. They like really bright colors, so I think that's gonna work in my favor.
I am going to cover my snake in fondant. A little trick. This is actually from a hardware store. It's part of a light fixture that stays above your head, and we're gonna make some snake skin with it. And we've got some snake skin.
Taylor is moving on to her gold trident, and she's got a little something to make it extra special.
This is real edible gold. It's just that little extra touch that I can put onto James's cake, something a bit shiny, a bit sparkly.
I'm very happy with my snake skin, and now we just need to get it over my snake heads. My snakes look like snakes. I'm just going to start sculpting a little bit.
And it looks like Taylor is getting started on some fondant for her snake.
This This is my super long snake. The trickiest thing is going to be making its head. I'm not the biggest expert in the anatomy of a snake, but all in all, I'm pretty happy. I just need to kind of add his eyeballs and go for it.
I'm going to make one of the snakes a reddish orange, and once you add the paint, you can see the texture imprinted on the snake.
So I've added my snake's eyes, and he looks a little bit like a frog. I am just going to hope that adding his tongue and his fangs make him a bit more scary, because right now I would not be scared of this thing.
While Taylor's snake looks a bit more cartoony, Stacy's clearly gone for a more realistic look.
Let's put some eyes on these snakes. I actually don't know a lot about snakes.
Don't look at my frog for inspiration. Okay, can I borrow you?
It's not a frog, it looks like a snake.
Kind
of. I don't think they're on top of the head. I think they're on kind of the side of the head. Yes, they're very low.
I feel like I'm kind of playing dentist with my snake right now. I think he looks pretty good with how he is right now. Once he has his stripes, he's gonna look even better.
My goal is always to make my cakes look as little like a cake as I can. I try to make it look like whatever object I've been asked to make it look like. So my goal has been accomplished today. I feel really happy with my snakes.
The clock is counting down to 3 hours, which brings us to the halfway point. Time for James to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is...
James is turning 9, and 2 cake makers have 6 hours to complete his dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time for James to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is... gummy candies!
Oh, I'm so happy with this. There are some smaller sort of little gummy circles. I think I'm gonna use these as almost like pebbles or rocks in the ocean. My cake itself is quite colorful, and this is perfect.
I'm not happy at all. I'll have to find a way to work them in. I'm not 100% how I'm gonna do it yet, but I will figure it out.
While she waits for inspiration to strike, Stacy still has plenty to do.
I'm eager to get the rest of my details on because I'm feeling the pinch of time.
My cake is starting to look amazing. It's taking shape. I'm really happy with my under the sea ocean tier, but I just remembered the trident that I'm supposed to put on. I'm going to have to pick some stuff off and pop it on. I don't even know if I have enough time for this. I need to work fast, dig out all these little secret ingredient gummies, and get it on the cake.
I need to put the earth mounds on my earth. The world is not edible. It is foam. I thought that James would keep it after he ate the cake.
My earth is 100% edible. This is made out of rice cereal treats. Everything in my cake is edible. I'm just trying to figure out where I can put it on my cake. I think what I'm going to do is wrap my snake around first, and hopefully the idea comes to me.
There we go. This cake is massive. Definitely enough to feed James and maybe some of his friends.
My biggest fear with this serpent is that it starts to break. I'm trying to work pretty quickly to get him around and on my cake without falling.
So far, I've got 4 columns on. I need to put 2 more columns onto this tier. And then I'm gonna put my clouds on.
With her snake off to the side, Taylor is starting on a spur-of-the-moment decoration.
I am making a laurel wreath to frame around my earth. We're just gonna paint this gold because it adds a little bit more sparkle. I think a birthday cake should always have something on the top.
So now I'm gonna put my clouds on. The nice thing about clouds is they don't have to look perfect. However the marshmallows fall, that's how my clouds are going to be.
Her cake is coming along, yet Stacy still hasn't made a plan to use the birthday boy's secret ingredient. But Taylor has apparently been struck by a bolt of inspiration.
I'm going to use all my gummy candies to kind of add pops of color and make my thunder and lightning a little bit more sparkly.
I'm really happy with my trident. It looks like something Poseidon would actually use.
While Stacy breathes a sigh of relief, Taylor's cake is crumbling under the weight of the world.
My world is slowly making my cake the leaning tower of Greece. My cake is literally falling over. I need to fix this ASAP. This is not ideal because this is literally the final few minutes. I gotta shim something in here.
While Taylor does some damage control, it's full steam ahead for Stacy.
So right now I'm applying my secret ingredient. I'm gonna make them look like little water bubbles coming up.
I am happy with my top tier. I think I've avoided this crisis. I'm going to move on to the clouds. It's kind of nice because my cake started falling over, actually started to crack. But now that I have supported my top tier again, I can just hide that with a storm cloud and what crack?
I'm going to use my secret ingredient again, this red gummy candy, and I'm going to turn it into a snake tongue. I'm going to make a little slit. So we're just gonna put that in there. There we go. I think it looks fantastic. Thanks, James.
Stacy has successfully incorporated the secret ingredient, and just in the nick of time, because there's only a minute to go. "10 seconds left." And time's up.
I think this cake looks a lot like the drawing that James gave us. I'm definitely most proud of the snake tier. I just freehanded it, so the fact that they came together the way they did makes me really happy.
I feel so good. My cake is done. It's standing. My globe is intact. My snake is intact. My wreath is intact. My cake itself is intact. I'm really happy that it all came together in time. And it pretty much is like his drawing, so I think it's going to blow his mind.
James is about to turn 9, and bakers Taylor and Stacy are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by the birthday boy himself. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and James is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm most confident about the size of my cake. It's massive, and I think kids really like large cakes. But I'm a little nervous that my cake's gonna be too realistic for James. Taylor went really cartoony, and that might work in her favor.
I'm a little bit worried because kids tend to be kind of drawn towards the larger, bigger cake, but I think my cake is 100% edible. So I think I definitely have a one-up on her with that.
Happy birthday, James!
Wow!
Awesome, look at those cakes.
They're big. I like the horse and the snake.
Look, they even have fangs, and that one has a tongue.
It's gonna be hard to decide.
Happy birthday, James. I have made you a giant Greek mythology cake. So our bottom tier is meant to represent Poseidon, the ruler of the ocean. This flavor is chocolate and cookies and cream. Our next tier is our Zeus tier. So I made this really cool kind of thunder and lightning storm for you. This one is red velvet and vanilla flavored. Now our top tier is our serpent tier, and that one is vanilla cake and strawberry buttercream. On the very top, I have our earth, and it is 100% edible. It is made out of rice cereal treats and marshmallows. I loved your secret ingredient. I've pulled and stretched them apart and added them to the thunderstorms to make it really bright and colorful.
So this is the cake that I've made for you. So I thought instead of one snake, I would make you two. And this cake is strawberry with strawberry buttercream. And then the next tier you wanted was for Zeus, so I made you a sky with lightning. The Zeus tier is vanilla with chocolate icing. And then the next tier is your Poseidon tier, cookies and cream with cookies and cream icing. I put your secret ingredient in. I used it for the snake's tongue and some bubbles in the water. The globe I decided to do out of foam for you so that you could keep it.
I can't eat the earth?
You can't eat the earth, no.
Looks nice.
Thank you so much.
Both cakes look impressive, but it's time for a taste test. First, a sample from Taylor.
Good. It was soft and sweet.
And now, a taste of Stacy's cake.
Very tasty and also really fluffy.
Okay, James, it's time for you to decide which cake do you choose?
The winner is this one.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I won. I'm so happy that James picked my cake. I was a little bit worried because Stacy's cake towered over mine, but James obviously liked my cake more. And I think he really liked the fact that he could eat everything on my cake.
I didn't win. What can you do? Both of us had great cakes and we had a ton of fun doing it, so I'm still happy.
I went with the small one because it was an edible earth. Tea cake!
I don't think we can ever top this. These two cakes were fantastic, and I think this is a birthday James is always going to remember.
Yes, this was a great birthday. Does anybody want to try the second cake? Me! Thank you, bakers, for making my amazing cakes. 9 is going to be a great year.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
This is a game changer.
Based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Happy birthday, Aiden!
In the end, the birthday boy will pick a winner on Best Cake Wins. Aiden is about to turn 10, and this active kid has an equally active imagination. He's designing his dream birthday cake for the big day.
It is important that Aiden does have a great birthday party. He's very responsible for his age, always taking care of his brother and sister, and that's why we're gonna celebrate in a very big way.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Making my dream birthday cake right now. This is my birthday cake drawing. Just me doing a kick into the net on a trampoline that has a soccer field. I got the idea because my favorite sport is soccer, and trampolining is one of my favorite things, and I'm good at it.
You decided to put them both together, huh?
Yeah.
And are you expecting this cake to bounce as well?
No.
Be cool if it did, though.
It would be cool, yeah.
Aiden always thinks outside of the box and likes to merge all his favorite things into one thing. So, Aiden, what's this thing?
It's a golden soccer trophy.
Okay, and what's on the trophy?
My favorite foods, chicken wings, mozzarella sticks, and pizza.
Real chicken wings, or do you want like fake chocolatey chicken wings?
Fake chocolatey chicken wings.
Okay.
And these are my fans cheering for me.
Oh, really? How many fans do you have there?
Probably more than 20.
The challenge is create Aiden's soccer trampoline cake. He'd like himself in the center, surrounded by fans, on a trampoline soccer field, complete with a trophy and his favorite foods. Jane is the first competitor up for the challenge.
When I'm in the kitchen decorating, I like to just zone right into the cake and pretend that nothing else exists. Some of my favorite cakes to design are sculpted cakes or something that when you first look at it, you wouldn't recognize that it's a cake. I feel like a magician. I could create a fish from a bag of flour and sugar.
Our next challenger is Damien, who's keeping his eye on the prize.
When I'm making a cake, I lose kind of focus of what's going on around me, and I'm just sort of that mad scientist. My favorite clients are clients that really allow me to be kind of creative and kind of really want something exciting and fun. Typically, it's kids. Kids really do have active imaginations.
Now's time for our two competitors to see Aiden's cake design.
All right.
It looks like we're looking at a soccer field. I see a player kicking a ball, a stadium around him. Wow, a trampoline.
Fans, so he's definitely kind of in his element, playing his game. Plate of food, he loves his food as well.
This may be challenging to build because everything seems really flat. I don't know how I'll sort of elevate it up into a cake form.
There's a lot of detail that we need to really incorporate, so we definitely have our work cut out for us today.
I can absolutely work with this drawing. I think I'm gonna nail this.
Aiden will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of his design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday boy will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
My plan of attack today is to build a slab cake and build up from there. So I'm gonna start with a large rectangle and then build up on my board. He's also asked for a trampoline to be on the cake. And then on top of the trampoline, it's going to be the mini soccer field. Around the cake board, I'm gonna add in all of the details he's asked for, like a piece of pizza and a chicken wing and some mozzarella sticks. And on this side, I'm gonna do the trophy that he's looking for. And then a 3D model of a soccer player, and he's gonna be doing a bicycle kick. So I'm actually gonna flip him upside down, and he's going to be kicking a soccer ball into a net.
Jane's plan is to make a 2-tier chocolate slab cake for her trampoline soccer field, make Aiden into a 3D fondant figurine, and on the sidelines, place his golden trophy and favorite foods. Over at his station, Damien's coming up with his own game plan.
I'm gonna do a couple of different cakes. One of them is gonna be a tiered cake, which I wanna think of as kind of a podium. That'll probably say like MVP and Aiden's name, and at the very top have his little trophy on it. And then on the other side, what I want to do is carve the inside slightly, so it's a bit lower, like a trampoline. Probably gonna cut out a silhouette sort of idea of him with the soccer ball doing his kick. And then what I'm gonna do is use some sort of foam core to kind of give it some height. I'm gonna cover that with fondant. Probably do kind of a little scoreboard because that's important, is that we've got the scoreboard. And then on the board, do a little plate with some food because Aiden did talk about wanting his food, so I'll just kind of have a little plate here. So, I mean, there's a lot of elements that Aiden wants in his cake. I think it is quite complex, but I'm feeling confident that it's gonna look good. It's gonna be fun.
Damien's plan is to make 2 cakes, a large podium cake and a smaller trampoline cake, with a 2-dimensional Aiden kicking a ball, and in behind, a fondant backdrop with scoreboard. The clock is ticking, and Jane is ready to tackle her giant slab of chocolate cake.
The base of this cake is gonna be 2 layers of chocolate cake, the vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream, and then the mini soccer field that will go on top of the trampoline is gonna be vanilla. Typically, I do round cakes that are stacked and a lot taller, so doing a flat, longer board cake is out of my comfort zone. This is a really dark green buttercream. This is the base, not the soccer field, but the stadium surrounding it. But I am gonna continue the grass theme of the soccer field.
I have just finished making some nice buttercream that I'm going to use to ice my cakes. Start working on a square cake, which is gonna be part of the trampoline, where I'm gonna be having Aiden sort of on top as a silhouette, kicking his soccer ball. I mean, Aiden definitely has an active imagination, just kind of looking at that and thinking, who comes up with a trampoline and soccer and pizza and all of those elements?
We're an hour into the competition. If Damien and Jane hope to include everything on Aiden's wish list, they'll have to work fast. Cake makers Jane and Damien are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by birthday boy Aiden.
My dream birthday cake is me doing a scissor kick on a soccer trampoline.
And Damien has jumped right into his trampoline cake.
What I'm going to do now is just add a bit of an indentation to my cake. I'm going to start carving it to get the trampoline effect. And then I'm just going to add some fondant to kind of give it that dip. So hopefully it'll give it that effect that, you know, you've kind of got a dip, and you kind of use that as the idea that it's a trampoline that he's jumping on. This kid is definitely an outside-the-box thinker, so I'm gonna make an outside-of-the-box thinking cake for him.
Damien's not the only one having to improvise for Aiden's trampoline.
So I'm using this oven crisper as a trampoline. It's food safe, it's pretty sturdy, so my plan is to have this on top of the base cake and then the soccer field on top. Whenever I start a cake, I always think I have so much time. This is gonna be a breeze. This is absolutely the calm before the storm. I need to recognize that and prepare for the worst.
So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually created some dummy tiers to create height for my cake, that pedestal. And I'm just gonna secure the dummy tiers together so that I can get the real cake on top, and I'll roll that out right after. Under pressure, I do think that I'm very calm and I'm very focused. I need to be able to stop and realize how am I going to manage this to make sure that I get the cake done.
This is the reserve cake that I had cut off from the base of my slab cake, and I'm going to use it to build up my stadium. I'm going to build what looks like a staircase. So if you looked further away into the distance at a crowd, they're just going to look like little specks of color. So I'm gonna add sprinkles to this as if it's a bunch of people sitting in stadium. So these essentially are Aiden's fans. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. The length is great. I think standing back, it gives the impression that it is stadium when I look at it from the front. I just need to buttercream the cake here because I don't want any exposed cake.
With his two cakes taking shape, Damien's moving on to other fare.
So I am now working on my food. I'm gonna do some pepperoni pizza. So I'm actually going to burn my fondant. Hopefully I won't burn the studio up, but I think we should be okay. So just the kind of the idea of the pizza kind of coming out of the oven, I want to do that.
Once again, Jane isn't very far behind.
I've rolled out some pizza dough. It's fondant. Then I'm gonna brush it with some food coloring, mix this piping gel. That's gonna be like the sauce. And now I'm going to add cheese. And the best way to get fondant to look like cheese is to use the right tool. So I'm just taking a block of fondant. I'm gonna grate it. Then I've got some fondant cheese that we'll sprinkle on.
I am actually working on making some pepperoni. Right now I'm using two different colors of fondant, kind of a brownish red as well as a white. And I'm rolling them together and I'm going back and forth a few times. I'm cutting my pepperoni right now. So we can see now once we cut inside, it actually, the detail that's coming through, you can start seeing that it looks more and more like a pepperoni.
I'm gonna use a piping tip as my circle cutter. And there you go. Easy peasy pizza pie. Faster than delivery.
With the pizza looking good enough to eat, it's time to tackle Aiden's soccer ball trophy.
So I rolled out some fondant. We're making a soccer ball with rice cereal treats, so all of this is edible. You know, soccer ball is an interesting thing to make. I really think that once I get my gold all over it, and with the jewels at the bottom, it's really gonna be striking and stand out.
And Jane isn't far behind.
I have covered a styrofoam sphere in fondant, and then I went through and etched the lines so it looks like a soccer ball. And my plan is to make lots of tiny pizzas, mozzarella sticks, and chicken wings that I'm gonna adhere onto the soccer ball all over. And then when it's all complete, I'll paint the entire thing gold.
But for now, Jane and Damien will have to place their trophies on the sidelines. It's time for Aiden to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is
Aiden is turning 10, and these two cake makers have 6 hours to complete his dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point. Time for Aiden to reveal his secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is candied bacon.
Oh, wow, it's bacon.
Yeah, it's totally bacon. It actually smells yummy.
I absolutely have no idea how I'm gonna incorporate that into this cake.
I'm not quite sure what to do with it, though. So I'm not really part of the aesthetic I was going for.
My thought is I could make a bacon banner. So I'm going to attach little signs to a piece of bacon and then write "Go Aiden" across them and attach that to the stadium.
Wow, this is definitely interesting. It's, I'm not quite sure if this is going to work out exactly as I anticipated. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if I can make it the bottom of this. That might be interesting, kind of just a little border along the bottom of this cake.
What I've done here is used an edible marker to write on my signs. I'll need to find a home, and there's already so much going on in this cake that I don't know how to fit everything already.
With his bacon on the back burner, Damien's shifting his focus to Aiden's soccer figurine.
I am doing a silhouette of a soccer player to be Aiden. Aiden wanted to have himself on his cake. This is gum paste I'm using, so it needs to harden. And basically, once it's hardened, it'll stay straight up, and it'll be able to go right into the cake, and he'll be standing.
While Damien's soccer player silhouette is mostly two-dimensional, Jane is going for a full 3D effect.
I'm gonna make Aiden larger than life. He's the birthday boy, so I want him to be showcased at his birthday party. I'm gonna use modeling chocolate for the body. It's really versatile, easy to use. If you have warm hands, it really can sculpt nicely, and it doesn't take very long to dry. And then I'll do the details of his shirt and shorts in fondant in colors to match the color scheme we already have going. Little Aiden, it's coming to life. I have to keep in mind that I do want him doing a bicycle kick, so his hair needs to have some movement to it. So I'm trying to get that aspect. Fun.
There's only 20 minutes left, and Damien still has a stadium to build.
So what we are doing here, this is gonna be the backdrops, the blue sky. I'm gonna have the crowd, my crowd's kind of going up here. What I'm doing is just basically using a template and cutting through to get the silhouettes that I want. And I'm gonna kind of do 3 different kind of rows. Each row a slightly different kind of shade. So black, a little bit grayer, and a little lighter, so it gives it some dimension. But the idea is that this is a little scene of Aiden and his whole trampoline, the crowd's cheering him on.
If the two competitors hope to score points with Aiden, they'll have to move a little faster because time is running out.
So I've got about 5 minutes left. I've still got a bit of things to do here, so I need to hurry. I need to get the grass at the bottom of this base. Basically, I'm using shredded coconut. I added some green food coloring. I'm missing the food. I gotta get that on there. And of course, the trophies. I really need to focus. 5 minutes is not a lot of time.
Ten seconds left. And time's up.
I feel great. The cake is finished, and I think I stayed really close to Aiden's original design. The hardest part about this cake for me was envisioning it and actually making it come to life. The shape of this cake, the materials used, putting food on cake is new for me. The bacon was a new addition, so this one really did throw me out of my comfort zone. But in the end, I think I've given Aiden everything he asked for and more. I think he's gonna choose my cake.
I am done. I am relieved. This was definitely a struggle today, but it paid off, and I'm quite happy. I wasn't sure how I was going to make the trampoline and the soccer field kind of come together, but I think what I ended up having looks really cool. I think it kind of does achieve that illusion that I was going for. So I have no doubt in my mind that this cake is a winning cake.
Aiden is about to turn 10, and cake makers Jane and Damien have each created their own versions of his birthday cake design. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and Aiden is about to see them for the very first time.
Damien is a really strong competitor. He went outside of the box for this cake. It's got 2 separate cakes and a big Bristol board. I think Aiden will choose my cake because it has moving parts, and I think he's especially gonna love the 3D figure on top.
Jane did a great job with her cake. She really did capture kind of the element of Aiden's drawings, but I'm totally ready to win today. Aiden may be the soccer champion, but I'm the cake champion.
Happy birthday, Aiden!
Oh, wow. I love it.
Look at this. Look at the jewelry on that cake.
That's so cool. Whoa. I like how they're like the fans are holding the flags, and then I'm doing the bicycle kick, and then this one, I'm like kind of doing a backflip.
Yeah, you do backflips on trampoline all the time, Aiden.
That is true.
Look at this. Look at the detail on this. Look at the pizza. Look at the trophy.
I like that mozzarella sticks. They're cool.
Wow, this is a tough decision, Aiden.
Happy birthday, Aiden.
Thank you.
For your birthday, I wanted to stick as close to the drawing you drew as possible. So at the base, we have a chocolate slab cake. Surrounding your cake, I've put in all the favorite foods you've asked for, like pizza, chicken wings, and mozzarella sticks. And one of my favorite parts of the cake was the trophy you asked for. So if you look really closely, you can see it's covered in food like pizza, chicken wings, and mozzarella sticks. This was actually very difficult because I had in my mind that I wanted you to be actually 3D and able to move. So what I used here was modeling chocolate. So you can eat everything from the hair all the way to the cleats.
Cool.
So for your candied bacon, I made it into a banner. I've also added it to the top of your pizza.
That sounds yummy.
So happy birthday, Aiden. So what I've done is I've created 2 flavored cakes, 1 chocolate and 1 vanilla. So with the chocolate cake, I decided to do a big podium cake because I figured I want a trophy at the top. This is all about our MVP, Aiden.
Is the trophy edible?
The trophy is totally edible. It's made out of rice cereal treats, so you can totally eat it. We have at the bottom of your podium candied bacon. It had to be there. And then on the other side, I decided that I was going to do a nice little picture of you doing your soccer kick, your fans in the background cheering you on. We've got the score, 5-0. Guess who scored those 5 goals?
Me.
Of course. And then I've also kind of carved the cake a little bit so it has a bit of a dip, because I know you talked about a trampoline.
Wow, well done. Thank you.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a sample from Jane.
Are you ready to try some cake?
Yes, I am.
That's a big bite.
It's really moist, and the flavors go really good together.
Thank you.
Now, a taste of Damien's cake.
The cake was so good. It felt really light, and it was very flavorful. I loved it. It was good.
Thank you.
Okay, Aiden, it's time to make a decision. Which one do you choose?
This is hard. Both the cakes are really detailed, but I have to choose Jane's cake.
Wow. I won! I'm so excited. The food on my cake was way more realistic than Damien's. I think that may have pushed me over the edge to win.
So things didn't go my way, but you know what? I had a great time, and I have to admit, Jane did an amazing job. Congratulations to Jane for getting that goal.
Well, what are we waiting for? It's cake time!
All right.
I love how my drawing came to life. That's what I felt when I saw Jane's cake. The golden soccer ball with all the foods on it. I love the idea. I'm gonna share the cake with my siblings and cousins because I can't eat 2 cakes by myself, so I'm gonna need a bit of help. I didn't expect this at all. It's so good, and I've loved it. It's been a good time.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
Who wouldn't want a chocolate spaceship?
Based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Happy birthday, Adelaide!
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner
It's gonna be really hard to choose.
on Best Cake Wins. Addison is about to turn 9.
Yes!
Addison is a great kid. She does so well in school. She's good to her family. She's good to her friends. I think she deserves the best of best birthday parties anyone could ever have.
I guess so. I like art, music, and vlogging.
We vlog together. It's called the Addie and Daddy Show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Addie and Daddy Show. Today, we are going to be talking about hamsters. Trying to shine light on fathers being involved in their kids' lives. We just have this amazing relationship together. Do you take the hamster with you to the movies?
Yeah, I put them in my pocket.
You crazy. She's really creative. She thinks out of the box. Yeah, no, she's an amazing kid.
And this out-of-the-box thinker is designing a birthday cake that's out of this world.
Is this a theme for your birthday party?
Yeah, it's aliens and like space.
Wow.
At the bottom of the cake, there's like a moon, Saturn, and Earth, and then stars. And on top of the moon, there's a spaceship with an alien inside it and 2 aliens on the side.
Why does this alien have a mustache?
Because it's you and you have a mustache.
So what flavors do you want for your cake?
Raspberry, vanilla, strawberry.
Do you want the cake exactly like this, or are the bakers allowed to add things, extra planets?
Yeah, the bakers could add anything as long as it's like related to space. I'm fine with more cake.
The challenge is create Addison's space cake. She'd like 3 flavors: vanilla, strawberry, and raspberry, with the Earth, the Moon, and Saturn, along with aliens and a spaceship. Our first challenger is a former artist turned pastry chef.
I used to be a multi-medium sculptor, so my favorite type of cake to make is always a sculpted cake or a 3-dimensional cake. I just love the creativity and it brings me back to my artistic past. The secret to cake decorating and sculpting is to not envision perfection. If you envision a little bit of error, then you are impressed with yourself.
And she'll be facing off against pastry chef Taylor.
I love baking. I love eating sweet things. I love tasting as I go. It's one of the perks that I get to have cake every day for my job. Decorating cakes is definitely art. There's a lot of practice and patience that goes into it. It's something that I personally find as a challenge, which is why I love doing it.
It's time for our 2 competitors to see Addison's cake design.
Wow, I'm loving the colors.
This spaceship is awesome. These aliens are adorable. This one has a mustache.
I love the planets. I love the rings of Saturn here.
The moon is really happy that there are aliens that are coming to eat some cake. This isn't exactly a cake, though.
I see a lot of potential here.
This is wonderful because it kind of means that I get to do whatever I want and use the elements from this cake.
Round objects tend to roll around, so it could be difficult, but I think I have a good plan of action.
This cake is gonna be out of this world.
Addison will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
So Addison's drawing was pretty abstract. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a 3-tiered cake and then have all of these different planets cascading down. And then we've got this spaceship. I'm gonna have a little alien guy inside and maybe a couple other guys here. I'm gonna airbrush the whole cake, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some gold powder and luster dust and kind of like do dots so it's like the shining stars in the galaxy. I'm most excited to put all my planets on and kind of bring space to life.
Taylor's plan is to create a large tiered cake, covered in edible space paint and all the planets, with her alien spaceship landed on top.
Okay, so for Addison's cake, I want to take the planets that she has and stack them. I want to keep the moon as the base here. Then I'm going to take Earth, stack it on top, and then I've got Saturn to the top here. She has this lovely little spaceship, so I want to install lights inside my UFO. This is a little ambitious, but if all goes well, this is what my cake will look like.
Lindsay's plan is to sculpt her cake. She's keeping with Addison's Moon, Earth, and Saturn. And her spaceship will light up with real lights. The countdown is on, and both competitors are launching into action.
This is going to be my middle tier for Addison's cake. So I've actually folded in some fresh raspberries to kind of pack a bit of a punch. The flavors that Addison chose for her cake are really nice and refreshing. Usually we just get chocolate or vanilla, but she's chosen really nice light flavors with strawberry and raspberry. As well, when we cut into the cake, it's gonna look really good too.
So currently I am building my layers for my moon element of the cake. I'm using chiffon cake as it's really, really light, and then I don't have to worry about so much weight. So hopefully my cake will not collapse. I'm going to start carving my moon. So this is when the background in sculpture kind of helps, because you can wing around shape after 5 years of art school.
As Lindsay puts her arts training to use, Taylor is using some rice cereal treat to form her planets.
When I think of space, I think of the entire solar system, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to add all of the planets to her cake. It might be a bit of a risk because it's not really her drawing, but to be fair, she didn't actually draw a cake, so I kind of do whatever I want. I mean, realistically, I just gave her 6 more things to eat, which is pretty good in my opinion.
We're already an hour into the competition, and with an entire galaxy to make, there's no time to waste. Pastry chefs Lindsay and Taylor are competing to make the ultimate space cake designed by birthday girl Addison.
Next level is raspberry Earth. If I could live on Earth made of raspberry buttercream, I think I'd be okay with that. It's starting to look a little like a snowman at this point.
I have just added a little bit of texture to my moon, the crater, so I'm gonna let this sit here and sort of firm up a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on and I'm gonna create my rings for Saturn and my rings for Neptune. I'm going to melt down some chocolate and use some ring cutters. I've got my orange and red, which I'm going to use for Saturn's rings. Once it's almost set, I'm gonna press my ring molds in to actually cut out Saturn's rings.
While Taylor is making rings from melted chocolate, Lindsay is making hers by mixing fondant of different colors.
I'm gonna roll my rings pretty long, as I'm gonna be doing a bit of an artistic impression of rings instead of complete rings. I'm gonna roll them a little bit flat. I'm gonna insert skewers in here. So there's one ring. I'm gonna motor along and get the other one done.
You definitely have to be patient with working with chocolate. Chocolate is always a bit delicate and fragile. So I have my hole now. I am pretty happy about this. I still need to cut off all this extra chocolate. So I'm gonna get going on that right now.
I am making a spaceship out of chocolate, because who wouldn't want a chocolate spaceship? When I was young, we didn't have a lot of sweets in the house, so if I did crave something, I was required to make it myself. So I learned at a young age how to make a cookie and a cream puff. And I believe that's why now I'm a pastry chef, because I need all the sweets to make up for lost time. So the best way to unmold chocolate is if you're holding one side of the mold and snapping your finger, and then I can unmold my chocolate dome.
We're 2 hours into the competition, and Taylor is also starting on the birthday girl spaceship.
I could paint it, but I like the really bright colors that fondant gives me. Addison's drawing for her spaceship was really bright and colorful, and I want really bright colors for Addison's cake.
Aliens most likely exist, I believe that. And I hope they fly chocolate UFOs. I need a nice, hot piece of metal so that I can cut a small hole that I can put a dome on top. I'm gonna cut some holes so the lights shine through.
With the base of her alien spacecraft complete, Taylor's ready for the next step.
I am going to make the dome to my spaceship. So I have leaf gelatin or sheet gelatin. I'm going to melt it slowly over medium-high heat. Once my gelatin has melted, I'm gonna dip my balloon in the gelatin. Once it's dry, I can pop the balloon, peel it off, and then I get my dome. It's a bit like lumpy and bumpy here, but that's okay because I'm gonna have to cut it anyways to trim it to fit my spaceship.
Lindsay's using a similar technique, but instead of a balloon, she's brushing melted gelatin onto a silicone mold.
So I'm gonna put this away just for a couple minutes for it to dry.
With their gelatin domes drying, it's a good time for Lindsay and Taylor to cover their cakes in fondant.
I love this step because I always feel like I'm putting clothes on my cake and like dressing them up.
I don't have to worry too much about the color of my cake. I'm also not super worried if it's like a bit lumpy and bumpy because I'm gonna hide it with planets and I'm gonna airbrush the whole thing.
I'm gonna add the consonants to my Earth. I'm not great with geography, so they are not going to be exact. Sometimes you have to make up fictional lands when you have a seam in the back, so Atlantis.
We've reached the halfway point. Time for Addison to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is
Addison is about to turn 9, and 2 cake makers have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time for Addison to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
my secret ingredient is strawberry gelatin.
This is awesome. I was really scared.
I love that this is space food, so I am okay with this.
One thing that I am concerned about is it doesn't at all match anything on my cake. It's kind of like slime or something.
I'm not sure what I want to do with this, but I'm thinking plasma, maybe some kind of ick that the spaceship is landing in.
That could be a really kind of cool thing for the spaceship to get stuck on, like it crashed on a planet.
This is potentially fabulous.
For now, Taylor's focus is back on the dome for her spaceship.
My gelatin is now set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the balloon and carefully pry it from the gelatin. So I've got my dome, and all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out.
So my alien head. I'm going to use the back end of a paintbrush to depress some eye sockets. So far, alien head looking pretty good. When it comes to painting something tiny, practice is the best advice I have. Now for the mustache. He's pretty cute.
I am going to start to airbrush my cake with galaxy colors, blue, purple, and probably some black.
With an hour remaining, Lindsay is ready to add the lights to her alien spaceship.
So I'm going to fill my piping cone with my chocolate, insert the light. I need to use fairy lights because they don't produce heat. If I'm working in chocolate and I'm putting a regular light bulb in it, of course, it's just gonna melt around it. Before you get too far, it's always good to test it. And she works.
I'm literally just flicking the bristles of my paintbrush and it's kind of creating this like starburst effect. I'm really happy with this. This is definitely looking like space.
It's jelly time. I'm gonna break it up so that I can get irregular shapes. I wanna make this look like sort of space plasma. I am confident that the sloppy, squishy mess that this will make will be appealing to Addison. A chocolate UFO crashing into jelly plasma, that sounds pretty delicious to me.
My cake is done minus the secret ingredient. I think what I'm going to do is kind of have it as the base for my spaceship. It's going to land on there. I'm just gonna put sparing amounts sort of around the outside, and then my spaceship will sit on top. One thing, because the jelly is very slimy and very wet, I need to make sure that I do not overhandle this. I don't like the secret ingredient anymore. I thought it was really cool, and now I really don't like it. I am gonna be boring and put it at the bottom of my cake board, and I hope that Addison forgives me.
So I'm gonna apply my rings now. I'm going to try to have it look more like an atom than the classic rings of Saturn, as I find that that is just a little bit more visually appealing. I've got a tiny fracture in my ring of Saturn, but hopefully they will stay together. Oh! So I've made these rings using Tylo's cup. I don't think I had enough dry time on my rings of Saturn. This is what happens in cake decorating. You can't let it get to you. You just have to come up with a new solution. I'm just gonna roll out some fondant and glue it on the sides just to make it look like Saturn. Sometimes you do have to improvise. You get used to it. It's okay. It's for Addison, so it shall be done.
But it better be done fast, because there's only a minute to go. Ten seconds left. And time's up.
I am very proud of this cake. I am definitely going to win this because my cake is out of this world.
I think Addison is going to react most to the UFO, because it's made of chocolate and it lights up. What kid wouldn't love that?
Addison is turning 9. And bakers Lindsay and Taylor are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake, designed by the birthday girl herself. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and Addison is about to see them for the very first time.
When I saw Taylor's cake today, I was a little humbled. She came with a lot of cake and a lot of planet. But one thing that is going to help me in this competition is the lights that I've installed. I cannot wait to see the reaction when I switch them on.
I'm not too sure about my cake because it doesn't follow Addison's drawing specifically. However, I have a lot more cake than Lindsay does. My spaceship doesn't necessarily light up, but it is really rainbow, and that is what Addison asked for.
Happy birthday, Addison!
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Look at all the planets and the aliens. The spaceship.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be a really hard decision to choose.
I feel bad for you.
So happy birthday, Addison.
Thank you.
I have made you a giant space cake. I gave you the entire solar system, so all 9 planets. And you've got your vanilla cake, your raspberry cake, and your strawberry cake. The cake is actually airbrushed to create like a deep space effect. And then what I did is I flicked edible gold and silver all over, so it's like the twinkling stars.
Cool.
So you've got all your aliens there. I even included the alien with the mustache because that was like my favorite part of your drawing. And your spaceship with your little alien up here. And I've got your secret ingredients down here as a peace offering from the aliens. So that is your cake.
So I made a vanilla moon, strawberry earth, and a raspberry Saturn for you. I have little aliens all over it. My UFO is made out of chocolate.
What?
I put lights in the UFO, so it lights up.
Yay.
I got to use your secret ingredient. I made it look like the ship had been crashing in galactic goo.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
Both cakes look great, But let's see how they taste. First, a sample from Taylor.
I just made one cupcake for you with all 3 different buttercreams.
Yummy. I like that all the flavors taste good together.
Cool, thanks.
And now, a taste of Lindsay's cake.
It was very light and very yummy, so thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Addison, which cake are you gonna choose?
I can't choose.
Which one?
Thank you, Papa.
Wow.
I think that Addison liked my cake because it was big, it was full, and I kind of elaborated on her drawing.
The thing that made me lose was the size of my cake. I think Addison wanted more cake, but I'm very grateful to be part of Addison's birthday.
I picked Taylor's cake because she put extra stuff. It's cake time!
I don't even know how I'm going to top this party. It's out of this world.
Thank you, bakers, for making this cake. I really like them, and I'm going to be eating it for a long time.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake
This cake is going to be ginormous when I'm done.
based entirely on one little kid's big imagination.
Whoa!
In the end, the birthday girl will pick a winner
I picked...
on Best Cake Wins.
My name is Mia, and I'm turning 9. I like art. I like to go on really big bike rides, and I like to ride my scooter. And I like putting your makeup on and your face paint on.
Mia is very unique, a little bit over the top, and sweet at the same time.
And this sweet girl has an even sweeter tooth.
I like candy because it's sweet, and it's colorful, and it's tasty.
She's designing a candy-coated birthday cake for a candy-themed party.
My birthday theme is Candy Wonderland. It's just a whole lot of candy on my cake and everywhere.
She always has candy wrappers hidden in her room and in secret areas around the house that I always find. That's how much she loves candy.
Okay, so this is the cake ice cream, and it has a cherry. The ice cream is not real, it's just red velvet cake. Then we have like gumdrops and then a green candy layer.
What is all this?
Oh, that's a waterfall. It's made out of blue candy. Then a jelly bean layer, lollipops on the sides, and candy sticks here. And on the bottom layer, I have chewy candy, the icing, and the sprinkles.
Isn't it too much candy?
I don't think so.
I do not think Mia is going to have a difficult time choosing the cake. Mia is very particular.
Yeah, I know what I like.
The challenge is create Mia's candy-covered cake. She'd like it to be red velvet, covered in her favorite candy with an ice cream sundae on top. Our first challenger eats, sleeps, and breathes cake.
When I was younger, growing up, going to birthday parties for friends, I love that magical moment of the birthday cake being brought out. And I think that I just want to create awesome things to help people celebrate. Cakes are a celebration of, life's most important moments. I love working with kids. I love it because they're brutally honest, but they're so genuine when they love something, and that really feels great.
Our next cake maker blends a love of food and art.
I always enjoyed art and sculpting, and when I was in high school, I discovered that you can actually create edible sculptures, which is cake. So that's how I ended up becoming a cake decorator. I used to enjoy eating cake all the time, but as I'm surrounded by it every single day, you eat less, but you eat better.
Now's time for our 2 competitors to see Mia's cake design.
Oh my gosh, it's super colorful, super fun.
Basically has everything a kid could dream of. I think there's an ice cream up here with the caramel.
Whoever drew this is a person after my heart because I love candy and I love ice cream.
I would love to hit up a big candy store, buy everything, and stick it on this cake.
This child definitely has a sweet tooth and a great imagination. I'm excited about this cake.
Mia will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of her design, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday girl will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
So I want this to be really big. I'm definitely going outside of the original drawing and, you know, using my own creative vision. So we've got these almost like candy sticks here, which I think I can kind of twist some fondant together and make those. And I love like this waffle cone detail, and it's like right at the top. So I think I might actually kind of emulate that on the bottom as well. I'm thinking maybe I might sculpt like a giant like foot candy, because, you know, when I was a kid, that was like one of my things. And then I think I might use some chocolate candies. And then my game plan is to put the actual candy on the inside as opposed to on the outside. I think I can do a really good job.
Kristen's plan is to craft most of her candy from fondant, place her ice cream sundae in a massive waffle bowl, and kick things up a notch with a giant gummy foot candy. Across the kitchen, Wendy's got ideas of her own.
I'm going to start with a really extra tall, large cake at the bottom. Then I'm going to add a larger cake on top. And then I'm going to add maybe some striped candy here. There's a lot of candy sticks, so I'm going to put them along here. She also wanted ice cream sundae, so I'm going to put that at the top. I'm going to make the bowl out of chocolate, so that'll be extra delicious. And ice cream that you can have on top. Also, I'm going to be adding a jar that's filled with candy, and then it's going to spill blue candy from the top all the way down.
Wendy's plan is to decorate her cake with a variety of real candy, place her ice cream sundae in an edible chocolate bowl, and top things off with a gravity-defying jar spilling Mia's blue waterfall. The clock is ticking, and Wendy is already icing and stacking that red velvet cake the birthday girl asked for.
And I'm actually making a moat, so then I can put candy inside of this. So I have my mix of candies. I'm just going to sprinkle it around inside. I'm putting lots of colorful candies inside, so when she cuts open, it's going to explode everywhere. This cake is going to be ginormous when I'm done.
My cake's baked perfect, so I'm feeling great about those. I actually made an executive decision as well, and I decided to make 2 different flavors of cake. So I have a red velvet cake for the top tier, and for one of the middle tiers, I made a funfetti cake. So it's got lots of different colors in it. I just thought that that really suited, you know, the theme of this cake. And I'm also going to use a thin layer of the same icing that I'm using for my red velvet cake, actually. It is a marshmallow cream cheese frosting. So really fun and really goes with the theme, I think. I know Wendy's making a really big cake and it's making me nervous. I want mine to be big as well, but not at the compromise of the structure. So there's a lot of things I'm worried about right now. I really want to win. I really want to have an awesome cake for Mia.
Meanwhile, Wendy's trying to recreate Mia's gummy candy tier.
I cut a bunch of these little gummy candies in half, and then I glued them to the sides, but I'm not liking the amount of gap in between. So I'm right now piping my royal icing in between it all, and then I'm going to roll it all in sprinkles. So this is a dummy tier. It's technically called a riser, so that just means that it's a little shorter than the rest, and it adds aesthetics and structure.
So Mia included some candy sticks on the outside of one of her tiers. So I think I'm gonna make my own. It's gonna get me on time, but I think it'll have a good payoff. management can be tricky, especially when something that you think is going to be easy turns out to be, quite time-consuming and difficult. So not the best time manager, but working on it.
We're already an hour into the competition, so Kristen can't take her sweet time if she wants to impress the birthday girl. Cake makers Kristen and Wendy are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by birthday girl Mia. We're an hour into the competition, and Wendy is wasting no time.
So right now I'm doing the more challenging part where I need to actually stack my cakes. So since I'm trying to do a gravity-defy aspect, this is going to be a lot technical. So I am actually using a lot of hardware on my cakes to make sure it's structurally sound and won't fall apart before Mia sees it. I do not have an engineering degree. I get asked that a lot, surprisingly. But to become a cake decorator, you probably do need one with how much support you need to create for your cakes. So right now I'm just screwing bolts on both ends of my bar to make sure it's nice and secure. There we go. And then now I can slip everything on top. So I'm going to start with my big fake tier. And slide it down nicely. There we go. And that's it for stacking for now, and everything seems nice and secure. So I'm very happy with what I have.
Things don't seem to be stacking up so well over at Kristen's station.
All right, so these are really tedious. My time situation isn't looking so good right now. I mean, I'm sitting at a table with nothing in front of me, and I look over and Wendy pretty much has hers fully assembled. I really need to do something to make up some time, so I'm gonna finish off a few more of these. I think I should have picked my battles a little better. Time will tell, I guess.
My cake has so much color, all the colors of the rainbow. It's looking pretty good right now. I'm just putting my stripes on. It looks really neat.
With her fondant candy sticks complete, Kristen can finally focus on her cake. And to decorate this tier, she's opting for real candy.
These candy-coated chocolates are gonna allow me to save a little bit of time because I'm feeling a little stressed for time right now. And I think it's gonna look beautiful, rainbow, and it'll save some of the time that I've spent on all those handmade elements.
Kristen's plan seems to be paying off because she's catching up with the competition. And with 3 hours down, we've reached the halfway point. Time for Mia to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
My secret ingredient is
Mia is about to turn 9, and 2 cake makers have 6 hours to complete her dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time for Mia to reveal her secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
my secret ingredient is gumballs.
Yeah! Oh, gumballs!
This is perfect.
I'm really excited about the gumballs. I think it'll go great with some of my tiers, and it will be so much fun, and it adds even more color to my cake.
I'm so excited. I think this is a great element, and you know what? It's right up this cake's alley. I thought maybe it was gonna be something crazy that, like cob of corn or something that totally didn't go with the cake, so this is a really pleasant surprise. So I'm just adding these gumballs with some of my icing, and I'm just placing them around the base. I just think it looks really cool, and I think it's gonna tie the theme together really well.
While Wendy chews over some ideas for her gumballs, she's getting started on her ice cream sundae.
I'm gonna be making a chocolate bowl. That's what I'm melting right now. I think this will look really cool in the end, so it will be worth it.
Having finished her gumballs, Kristen is starting on her giant gummy foot.
So I have my fondant and I've added some Tylose powder, and Tylose powder allows fondant to dry really firm so that it'll hold its shape. So I'm actually just gonna hand sculpt this to be a giant foot. I think Mia and I have similar taste in candy based on her drawing, so I think she's gonna love this added element.
I think my chocolate has hardened enough. Looks good so far. Oh, it worked. And this will sit just right on top of here.
I'm starting to feel amazing. It's coming together, my vision. I think hand making things is really gonna pay off.
With a half hour left, Wendy has a plan for Mia's secret ingredient.
So I'm going to be planning on using those gumballs. I'm going to be cutting them up, and then I'm going to work on my middle tier a little bit and adding some different candies to it. I think it'll showcase the sheen and the shape a lot more than being on the top. With everything so straight and angled, the roundness is actually giving it a bit more cuteness to it.
So now I'm working on the giant scoops of ice cream for my ice cream sundae. I'm using rice cereal treats, and I'm just kneading them into like large, giant ice cream scoops. And then I'm gonna cover them in different colors, you know, for different colors of ice cream. And I'm also gonna use this brown fondant as the syrup on top.
If you actually use an ice cream scoop with buttercream, it makes a super realistic ice cream. So I'm just gonna put them all inside. I don't think anyone can tell the difference that it's buttercream, and now it won't melt on me.
Time is running out. I'm against the clock. But once I get this sundae on top, I think I'm gonna see the finish line.
So I have this shard. It's going to be attached to the very top of the bar that's in here. And then I'm gonna have candy pouring out of it. I know that it's not in Mia's drawing, but I saw that she wanted a lot of blue in her cake. I thought that it would be more fun and interesting if we did a Gravity Defy aspect. I tinted this royal icing blue. So I'm going to just cover the insides of this with it. So right now I'm running out of time. This is one of my last components, but I feel like I still need to go a little bit faster to make sure I can do everything I want. I'm feeling really pressured right now, but we'll see what happens in the end. This is my attachment. This is going to be the secret to putting everything together. Okay, I think that's tight. And then now I'm going to just cover everything up so you can't see how this is made with my royal icing. And I'm going to also put layers of candy on top of it. I'm really happy how it's turning out, but we still just have a very little amount of time, so I'm going to try to go and do the finishes touches as fast as I can.
With the clock counting down, it's now or never to pull everything together. Ten seconds to go. And time's up.
Oh my gosh. We did it. Good job, girl.
I love this cake. It turned out really cool. The hardest part was actually planning the whole structure of the cake. I need to make sure that everything would support itself, but in the end, I don't see it collapsing on me. Next step, I'm going to collect the trophy.
This is a busy cake. You know, I think if it was for an adult, maybe I would think too busy, but I incorporated a lot of really fun elements, and I think she might really like that. You know, I am feeling a little bit worried because I think the cakes are pretty neck and neck, so it's anybody's game at this point.
Mia is turning 9, And cake makers Kristen and Wendy are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by the birthday girl herself. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and Mia is about to see them for the very first time.
I'm feeling confident that my cake turned out the way I wanted it to turn out, but I'm worried Mia wants a cake that's covered in real candy and not a cake that's covered in fondant that's made to look like candy. You know, that might be a risk that wasn't worth taking.
Kristen's cake is very bright, vibrant, and very kid-friendly. So I hope I have enough candy on my cake. I poured the whole candy bucket on top of it.
Happy birthday, Mia!
Whoa! Those cakes are huge! Those are awesome. Wow.
I got jelly beans.
Happy birthday, Mia.
Thank you.
So today I made you your Candy Wonderland cake. I did a red velvet cake with a Swiss meringue buttercream, so it's super smooth and delicious. And then I used a secret ingredient and some rainbow candies to do a little polka dot theme, and super cute with your name in the very front, so it screams Mia. And then I did your bowl. It's made of real chocolate. And then I did your big blue waterfall. It just comes out of my little candy jar, and you could just pick off everything with your friends and have lots of fun with it.
You did a great job.
Thank you. You had a great design.
Thank you.
All right, Mia, when I saw your drawing, I immediately fell in love. You're a girl after my own heart. I love ice cream and I love candy. So I created a larger-than-life ice cream sundae on the top. And I used rice cereal treats and fondant to make it look like a real ice cream sundae. I made that red velvet cake, and I used a cream cheese frosting, but with marshmallow in it. And then what I did is I actually handcrafted all the candies that you see by hand out of fondant. Yeah. And just to make it a little fun, I added some popsicles around the front as well.
You did a really good job.
Thank you.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a bite of Kristen's.
I think that mini cake is really good. It's very smooth.
Thank you.
Now, a sample from Wendy.
I love the red velvet cake. I love how it's sweet. And I love how your Swiss meringue buttercream is very smooth.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Mia, it's time to pick the best cake.
I picked that one.
I won. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. It was so close. I mean, Wendy's cake was a showstopper, and I really didn't think I was going to pull off the win, and I did, so it's a happy surprise.
Cake time!
It tastes like candy.
My cake was amazing, but Kristen's cake was just so vibrant. It was super kid-friendly. I would have chose Kristen's cake, too.
Both cakes looked amazing. I chose the winning cake because I loved how much candy there was and all those fondant lollipops and stuff. And my favorite part was the huge sundae. Having a drawing come to life is like believing in a dream and having it in front of you when you wake up. This is the best birthday ever.
Two top cake makers are battling it out to create the ultimate birthday cake.
I've never really made a cake for triplets before.
Based entirely on three little kids' big imaginations.
Happy birthday!
In the end, the birthday boys will pick a winner
And the winner goes to...
on Best Cake Wins. Turning 10 is a huge deal for any kid, but for Benji, Daniel, and Shane, it'll be 3 times the fun because these brothers share a birthday. That's right, they're triplets.
Nobody expects to have triplets, so I was very surprised when I found out it was triplets. Obviously, I was a little bit nervous, but
There are some really great things about having 3 kids the same age. When we plan activities, they all like the same kind of things. They all play together.
Whenever you feel lonely, you always have 2 friends around. You can always have someone to play with. I have a lot of best friends, and some of them are my brothers.
And for their 10th birthday, Benji, Daniel, and Shane are teaming up to design their dream birthday cake.
Hey guys, what are you working on?
Our birthday cakes.
They're really good. So is this all gonna be combined into one cake?
Yes.
Wow. What is this one, Benj?
This is a space monkey with his space saber, and then he's in a world with rainbow mountains.
Cool. Hey Shane, what is this one?
It is my favorite animal, an elephant on a beach turning with it a drink. And since my elephant is rich, it has its own island.
Wow, that is very creative, Shane. And Daniel, what about yours?
Mine is a mansion, a haunted mansion to be exact.
Wow. I see a penguin, and you normally don't see a penguin in a haunted house.
Well, he is lost and he's traveling, so he's gonna walk inside and see what's there.
Well, this is going to be quite the impressive cake. So when we get this cake, who's gonna be the first person to cut it?
Me!
The challenge is create Benji, Daniel, and Shane's joint birthday cake. It must include Benji's space monkey and rainbow mountains, Daniel's haunted mansion, and Shane's elephant island. Our first challenger is Ajwa, who grew up in the kitchen with her siblings.
When I was younger, I used to bake a lot with my sisters, and somehow I got the responsibility of doing all of the baking and them doing all of the tasting. And that's pretty much how I fell in love with cakes and baking. I love working with kids. They don't really care about the rules of gravity or color or, reality, so the imagination is limitless.
Next up is Monia, who grew up baking in the family business.
I used to make cakes when I was younger because I worked in a bakery my parents owned. We had a family bakery. It was Italian, so I learned to make cakes at 8 or 9, and I was pretty much a pro at like 12. The kind of cakes I specialize in are custom cakes and 3D art cakes. Just about anything really can be made out of cake, and I've probably made it.
Now's time for our 2 competitors to see the boys' cake designs.
Oh, there's a few in here.
There's 3. Does this mean triplets? These are awesome. A haunted mansion with so many things.
And there's a lot of elements here. Wow.
I'm gonna try to put as many on the cake as I can, but definitely the penguin.
I love this little pumpkin guy over here, so I think definitely we're gonna tie that in.
I'm looking forward to the challenge of making this one.
This is like some chill out elephant on the beach, my favorite place to be.
I think this elephant's saying, pack your trunks, come visit.
He's happy.
So it looks like some kind of space monkey maybe with some type of laser.
Very colorful, rainbow mountains.
It'll be one massive cake. So time management is likely going to be an issue.
Totally excited, I'm ready to go. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Benji, Daniel, and Shane will be judging the cake makers on their unique interpretations of their designs, their overall creativity, and of course, taste. We've allowed the competitors to pre-bake their cakes, and they'll now have 6 hours to decorate. Halfway through, the birthday boys will surprise them with a secret ingredient. Time starts now.
I think that this is definitely gonna need to be a tiered cake. So I think this elephant is definitely the top with like blue or something around it. And then in the middle, the mansion. Maybe just take it in maybe on the sides a bit so it looks kind of crooked. And some of the various things around it. I mean, Daniel's haunted mansion has so much stuff on it. For the last one, this space monkey, I'll make the planet on the bottom and somehow have these mountains, but have those rainbows. And then this monkey, and then we'll definitely have the penguin on here. I think that's everything. I mean, this definitely looks exactly like the drawing.
Ajwa's plan is to start at the bottom with Benji's space monkey and rainbow mountains. Place Daniel's haunted mansion in the middle, and cover her last tier with Shane's elephant island.
All right, so I've been thinking about how to incorporate all 3 cakes. So I think at the bottom, I'd like to do something a little bit more ocean-like to incorporate the elephant. And then maybe the second tier, I'm thinking maybe incorporating that sort of space mountain, rainbow. So somewhere in there's a space monkey for sure. Hi, I'm a monkey. Hello. Hi. And then the haunted house, I was thinking maybe stick it right on the top. Then I can do some fun stuff with it. Maybe a little bit of the pumpkin character. I'm not sure how many of these details I'm going to be able to add to the cake, but definitely include some of his elements, maybe some of the tombstones. Those are pretty cool, and give the whole cake sort of a haunted feel. I think I'm going to go with something like that.
Monia's plan is to put Shane's elephant on her bottom tier, have Benji's Rainbow Mountains and Monkey in the middle, and top things off with Daniel's Haunted Mansion. Time is ticking, so in order to please the 3 birthday boys, the competitors will have to work fast.
This is the base tier. This is the Elephant Beach themed cake. So I thought it would be really fun to add a lot of color on the inside to make it kind of like a pop of a surprise when they cut it open.
Adjoa, meanwhile, is beginning to build the foundation for Daniel's Haunted Mansion.
So this is gonna be chocolate with chocolate, but I'm also gonna add a little compartment on the side of it. And then when you cut into it, it'll be flowy chocolate that will come out of it. It's gonna be a lot of chocolate. I want all 3 boys to feel like they have their cake, not that they're necessarily sharing a cake.
We're already an hour into the competition, and with 3 birthday cakes in one, there's much more cake to make.
There's a lot going on. Worry-wise, it's more like how much can I get done in the time frame that I have.
Cake makers Monia and Adjoa are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by triplet brothers Benji, Daniel, and Shane. We're an hour into the competition, and Adjoa is starting on one of the cake's many figurines.
I'm making the elephant that's relaxing by the palm tree. So far I've got some legs and a body. I'm gonna get his arms and his head ready and have it sit and dry.
Before Adjoa gets too far with her elephant, Shane has a piece of advice.
I want the elephant to be the focal point, so as big as it can possibly be.
Across the kitchen, Monia's also starting on her elephant, but she's not using fondant.
This is modeling chocolate. It's one of my favorite things to make figurines with because it acts like clay. My chillin' elephant. Isn't he awesome? Doesn't he look relaxed? Isn't he kind of cute? Who's the big kid in the room? That's me. He's gonna be so chill, he's squirting water.
I think he looks great. He's nice and relaxed. All he needs is a lemon on his drink. I mean, obviously he's drinking a mocktail, a non-alcoholic, relaxing beverage.
I think the hardest part will be the monkey because it has a lot of details, and to make it standing up will be a challenge.
I have definitely made monkeys before. They're kind of a popular kids' cake element. Space monkey, I've never made a space monkey before. It's a monkey that's in outer space, right? He's got the whole astronaut suit. My space monkey's looking awesome. He's needs a face. I'm working on it.
I'm just making the Space Monkey's head right now. I really like making little figures. Sometimes I get in my head a little bit and spend a little too much time. So I'm trying to be a little mindful of the time here, but it's really necessary for this guy to matter because he is almost the only thing in the drawing.
With so many details to add, there's no time to monkey around.
I'm curious how the bakers are gonna make my penguin because penguins are my favorite animal.
So I'm coloring some black fondant. That'll be the outside of the penguin. So the penguin's story is he saw a haunted house and smelled chocolate and then decided to go inside. I mean, wouldn't you walk into a house if it seemed like it was chocolate on the inside?
While Adjoa is focused on Daniel's penguin, Monia's tackling his pumpkin figurine.
I'm kind of giving him a vampire-y smile. It's got a crispy treat center, and it's got modeling chocolate on the outside, so it's delicious, really. It tastes like white chocolate. I get inspired by lots of different things. A lot of times it's from the actual children's drawings. They come in and they bring me in a drawing, and I'll take from that. Sometimes it just pops right in my head. Someone says, you know, I need a one-eyed, you know, googly monster. Yeah, I got it. So that's gonna be my pumpkin guy. He's scary and adorable at the same time. So these are some of my items that I've made for the cakes. So I have my astro monkey, and with that I have some of my alien details. And I have my chillin' out elephant over here. And then the very top tier is my sort of pumpkin figurine and some of the details I'm adding to that tier as well.
We've reached the halfway point. Time to reveal the secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
The secret ingredient is
Triplets Benji, Daniel, and Shane are about to turn 10, and 2 cake makers have 6 hours to complete their dream birthday cake. But we've reached the halfway point of the competition. Time to reveal the secret ingredient, which the competitors must incorporate into their designs.
the secret ingredient is caramel sauce.
Oh, fantastic.
It smells lovely.
But it's always drippy.
Like she said, it will drip, and it will continue to drip, so it has to be placed very strategically.
Might be a bit more difficult than it seems.
I'm gonna be adding the caramel sauce at the end when it's presented to the boys, because I don't want it to ruin any elements that I've already done on the cake. So I'm gonna be adding like a little moat around one of my tiers and a little sort of pool or pond of caramel.
At the party, I'm going to put that caramel sauce on top of those rainbow mountains as well as on that chocolate river.
With a plan set for her caramel sauce, Adjoa is on to Benji's Rainbow Mountain.
The buttercream in between is gonna be all rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. There's so much cake today. Lots of color.
Over at her station, Monia's also landscaping Benji's rainbow terrain.
I'd like to rainbow this section here. I've never really made a cake for triplets before. It's quite a unique challenge to put all 3 elements on one cake that they all enjoy and love and feel like it's a bit their own. So this is coming together, I think, kind of nicely. Right now I've layered on my rainbow colors, and then right now I'm in the act of sort of smoothing them out a little bit together so they look more mountainy.
I wanted to have just a very clear difference between where the chocolate is and where the rainbow is.
So I'm adding the shingles on the haunted house now. I'm doing it all in modeling chocolate, so it's nice and sturdy on me, and I'm not worried about it moving around, because I do have to go in and paint this after. I feel like the attention to detail has to be placed on this cake here because it's a little smaller than the other 2. And I want to make sure that all 3 of them feel special.
With just over 15 minutes remaining, the heat is on.
I wish I was as relaxed as this elephant was, to be honest. Where this chocolate river is might be one of the places that I'll put the caramel sauce, and then it'll all sort of make sense.
Yeah, so right now I'm painting my haunted house. This is like a purpley black, kind of really cool haunted housey color. I think it's coming out really kind of cool looking, spooky. Hopefully I have enough time to finish it up.
I still have to deal with this house. So first I'm gonna maybe finish the spires. I've only got a few minutes left. I've got to hustle and get these windows on here and then get that monkey on. I'd like to put happy birthday and some names on here.
With the clock counting down, it's now or never for any finishing details. Ten seconds to go. And time's up.
I'm done. I'm so excited, so happy, exhausted, but I feel great. This cake is so wacky. It's got all of the things and 3 different all of the things. It's everything. I definitely have a winning cake.
I think my cake is a winning cake. It's got all the elements from all the drawings, and it's fun, and it's colorful, and there's so much going on. I love my figurines. I think they are really kind of cute, and they stand out on the cake. There's one for each of the birthday boys, so I think they're gonna like that.
Cake makers Monia and Adjoa are competing to make the ultimate birthday cake designed by triplet brothers Benji, Daniel, and Shane. The party's ready, the cakes have arrived, and it's time to add the boys' secret ingredient.
The caramel sauce is for my chocolate river, which is now going to be a chocolate and caramel river. And then it's also going to be lava on the top of the Rainbow Mountains. Lava goes wherever it wants, so the caramel is actually doing great. It's dripping pretty well.
I'm gonna be adding it to my alien tier because I think it'll add the whole element of like gooey alien weirdness going on. And I love caramel, so I think I'm gonna add as much as possible. I am totally confident about my cake. I mean, it's tall, it's big, it's got levels, it's got characters. I'm a little nervous because I feel Adjoa is a really tough competitor. She's really talented and she's a great cake artist. I just think mine's gonna win.
I'm feeling very confident. I feel good about all the work that I put into the cake and that they each have their own tier. I'm a little bit worried because Monia is such a fierce competitor. I think her cake looks amazing. So I just hope the boys like my cake and the taste of it.
Happy birthday! Whoa! Look amazing. I see my monkey. I see my elephant. I see my haunted house.
So this is the cake I created for you. The bottom tier is for Shane. That was with the elephant. So he's kind of relaxing in my favorite place ever, the beach. The second tier is for Benji, because he had that alien idea. I did a little 3D alien monkey for you. I even added a little alien peeking out from behind going, what's going on? And the top tier, which is for Daniel, I wanted to really make your haunted house really special with the tombstones and the ghosts. And I made the little pumpkin character scaring people away, boo, kind of thing. So that's kind of how I interpreted your designs.
Shane, you've got the top layer here.
Yeah.
And I've got your elephant relaxing on the beach on a palm tree. For the middle cake, this is yours, Daniel. It's got as many of the things I could fit on from your picture. You had the haunted house, we've got some tombstones, there's your penguin here, and if you cut in over here, there's gooey chocolate that will spill out.
Oh.
And then for you, Benji, I put your monkey on the side here with rainbow volcanoes, and they've got caramel spilling out of those.
Both cakes look great, but how do they taste? First, a bite of Monia's cake.
This cake was good and it was very moist. It was delicious and I like all the colors and the buttercream flavoring. I like that chocolatey flavor.
Great, thank you.
Now, a sample from Adjoa.
This cake is good. The buttercream is really nice. I like the colors and it's really chocolatey and delicious. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I love that gooey chocolate.
Thank you. All right, guys, it's time to make a decision. Okay, guys, are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
And the winner goes to this cake.
I won! Yeah! Angela was a great competitor. She had an amazing cake as well. But I think because mine was a little bit more colorful and there was so many 3D characters on it, I think I really hit it.
So I lost this one, but it's okay because Benji, Daniel, and Shane get 2 amazing 3-tiered cakes, and Monia put so much detail and effort into that. I'm so happy for her.
Cake time!
Wow. Each of my boys has unique creativity, and they were able to put that into their cake, and it was a beautiful blend of the 3 of them.
I think it's really amazing to see my drawing come into life as a cake. Both cakes looked really cool, and they both tasted really cool. I feel like this was the best day of my life.